close, you could be far. I'll be right there where you are. Oh, oh, oh. When you're moving like I'm moving, yeah. I just wanna know where you are with my love. Could you give me when I'm stuck? You could be close, you could be far. I'll be right there where you are. Oh, oh, oh. When you're moving like I'm moving, yeah. I just wanna know where you are with my love. Could you give me when I'm stuck? You could be close, you could be far. I'll be right there where you are. Oh, oh, oh. When you're moving like I'm moving, yeah. Give it to me cold, give it to me hot. We don't do them games, we be fucking on the spot. Mama fine as hell, she model for real. Let me see you move, baby, show me how you feel. And we woke up on the floor, empty bag of blow. I could feel it in my dome, don't run it like my nose. You can hear the music, you can hear it good. I'ma light a wood, I'ma light it good. I just wanna know where you are with my love. Could you give me when I'm stuck? You could be close, you could be far. I'll be right there where you are. Oh, oh, oh. When you're moving like I'm.
That
All
sounds
right.
fucking dope.
All right, yo.
I don't think I've heard that one.
We're on camera. We live.
We
now.
live?
We live, baby.
Fuck it, we
Muy
do it
Chingón,
live.
you know what
Can
it
I
is.
You
curse?
know what it is. Yes, sir. Yes,
That's
sir.
a stupid question.
No, we can't curse.
You know the
This is
fucking
curse.
vibes. Those episode fucking 5.
You know the freaking vibes.
It's your
It's
boy.
gonna be on the Zoom class for a bunch of kids, so we can't cuss in this one.
Fair
You
enough.
know that? I'm just grabbing a lighter.
All right, bet.
Oh.
Yeah. It's your boy, Scrappy fucking Flako.
That is Scrappy
Mr.
fucking
Coochie
Flako.
Man in the building right here.
Gucci man.
Bro, I've been saying that's just been going through my head this whole day. I was like,
Wait, what's that from? I see that shit on TikTok a lot.
it's just some.
Stupid me.
Yeah, it's a.
Is it literally just a meme? I thought.
Yeah, it's a meme
so it's
song.
not like
You
a.
know, like
okay.
Zach Fox or whatever.
Yeah,
This
yeah,
is what I was saying. You don't get TikTok, bro.
I don't.
Because the thing with TikTok is that
I'm
sounds
past that
take
generation.
off.
Yeah.
So people won't even know that, like when you make a TikTok, you know, you can pick a sound
Mm-hmm.
and then you film to it. So like a sound will just take off, and at the end of the sound it says Coochie Man. So people come up with all these stories.
Yeah.
To where at the end, like if you go Coochie Man, it's like the craziest.
I've
shit.
seen some of those. Yeah. It's some weird. Yeah.
I saw someone where this guy like he was like. His mom, he was like, "Mom, how do you cook so good?" And she had these drops, and it was like, well, every time I put this, it's called like different juice, and I put a drop of it, and it makes it different every time. And then his girlfriend texts him, and he's like, "I want to break up because you're just like all the other guys." And he grabs a different juice and drinks it, and he fucking dies. But then he wakes back up, and he's got the fucking filter where it's like he's got a huge chin and shit, and his lips are all small, so he looks all handsome. He's like, "Coochie Man."
All right. Yeah, that's.
Oh,
See, it was even
man.
funny describing it.
Yeah.
Like, it's fucking-
Bro, yeah, because like I be at
This is what
work.
I'm saying. We need to make TikToks, bro. They're actually funny. Once you start, it seems like a huge task. See, and I'm bullshit because I haven't made one in like 3 months, except for that one I made that blew the fuck up.
Which
But
one was it?
The one that where
You
I'm
had
like,
a few that blew up, didn't you?
yeah, I have. Bro, if you make them, you
got a
will get
TikTok
some that
star
blow
in our
up as long
midst.
as you're just not like a garbage baby. In which case, I'll tell you. Like, if you suck at TikToks, I'm gonna tell you suck.
I thought my one with that one girl would blow
You know
up.
why? You know what you needed to do with it?
What?
Have you looked at it on TikTok?
It's got like 20 likes or something.
It actually got a lot of views because it is trending content. What fucked it up is your text is in front of the text, so you can't.
Yeah, I noticed that, but I was like,
You
fuck
can just
it. I don't.
repost it.
I'm probably gonna repost it because I know what the text is now. I'm just gonna do the text out of TikTok.
Yeah, you don't even need to. You can either do the text in TikTok or you could just post it like that and not put anything. Honestly, that's fine.
Oh, really? No,
Yeah,
like
and if it doesn't
hashtags
do
or anything
good-
like that.
If bro, a lot of shit. If you look at your For You page,
Some of them, yeah, don't have shit on it.
just look what's on there. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? Like if I'm on For You, first I'm gonna see people I know. A lot of shit will have shit. Some of it
Uh-huh.
won't.
Coochie man.
All you need to use is like 4 on TikTok.
4?
Yeah, use
Oh,
4.
really?
Use like something like broad. Like use like 2 focus ones. Use one that's trending, the closest to it that's trending as
Uh-huh.
you can, and then throw in like something super basic, like a For You page, comedy, something like that. Like one of those
okay.
big ones. And then after that, really, it's on the content. Like I shared that Rafi one. This is the last one I shared that blew up. And I just made it randomly because I was like, I put on my to-do list I was gonna make a TikTok today, and I just did the first thing that came to my mind.
Bro, you got TikToks on your to-do list?
You got to.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. I remember seeing that one.
Bro, the comments are so funny. Everybody's in
Oh,
there
yeah.
like learner and roll gang,
okay.
like fighting over different legal groups. Goldberg and Osborne. But yeah, that shit.
Goldberg and Osborne.
You can literally, like, honestly, that's what I was trying to tell you. Kay, he keeps saying he's gonna do it, but it's like every time he makes a TikTok, he's like, "Well, I spend like 2 hours making the TikTok," and I'm like, "Bro, you try hard." And no
It's
one wants
supposed to
see
be
it."
quick and try. Like, you're not supposed to try hard.
Bro, because you know how he did. Remember when he did that Rick Ross impression?
Yeah.
I'm like, bro, just go to Google, type Rick Ross beat, say, "Guess which rapper am I?" and then just fucking do.
And then just
freestyle.
do it. Yeah.
He's good at doing freestyles as other rappers' voices.
I haven't heard any of his freestyles
They're good,
in
they're
the
funny.
I,
voice.
feel like, I think the reason why I haven't done TikTok is because like I feel like I just feel like I'm a Twitter comedian. That's it. Like or an Instagram comedian. I feel
Your
like
Twitter shit's pretty
Yeah, your
hilarious.
Twitter
you,
shit
dude.
is good.
Thank you, dog. But that's it. Like I feel like I guess my jokes won't translate well into TikTok or something. I
Yeah,
don't
they
know.
will, because you're good at making videos.
True.
I'm not even worried about that with you, bro.
All right, but
That ad you guys did for Hawkeye, still one of the funniest ads I've ever seen.
That shit was
Yeah.
funny.
That shit was fucking hilarious. Both of them,
That's
actually.
why I was actually thinking we were a good team. We need to like come up with little ideas, and that's why I was saying we could do them as TikToks.
Yeah.
And just shoot them. You know what I mean?
yeah, no, we should do that because like I was having trouble thinking of things, but I was like, oh no, like I just spend like 5 minutes in the shower, then boom, shit pops up in my head.
Yeah, no, that's why.
Yeah.
Bro, that's why when you're just laughing at me for that shit, I'm like, bro, I actually. People always tell me nowadays I'm very organized.
You
And-
are.
Bro, I have been my parent like the teacher would call my parents at school and be like, "Your son's so fucking disorganized." I'm not even shitting you. Like,
But it sounds like it's for shit that you actually care about, though.
well, it's just that I make lists and shit. Like I just learned to do
Yeah.
that. Like I use like.
Lists help a lot.
Bro, your iPhone has a free app called the To Do thing or whatever it's fucking called.
Yeah.
Do you ever use it?
I use it quite often, actually.
It's fucking
pretty. Yeah, if it's important enough, I'll definitely put it in my list.
You can just
and
tell
it won't.
Siri to do it.
Yeah.
It'll fucking set times.
Yeah,
for
it's
you.
easy
You
as
can
shit.
make alternate lists.
And
you
it
can make
won't.
lists
It
and
won't
check
leave
shit
your
off.
notifications until you actually like check it off that you did it.
Right.
And that's handy as fuck.
I don't necessarily have it going all the time. Like I like fall off it for 3 days, and then I'm like, shit, I got a bunch of stuff to do, and then I use it to
And
get
then just
myself
add it
back
back on.
organized.
You ever know? Do you know what Avid is? Like back in school, Avid.
Isn't that an after-school program?
No, it was actually a during school program.
What was it?
It was just like another like it was basically like a program to help us get ready for college and actually help us be organized and like
Oh yeah, I don't think I did it,
you know
but I remember it.
Yeah, I did that shit, but it didn't fucking help.
I didn't do any of this shit in college, bro. In college, I literally my GPA was like 2.5 because I
Goddamn.
just fucked around. Like I just fucked around and skated through.
Bro.
Like I
Actually-
never studied, but like doing this,
Same.
I fucking like did all this shit. That, like you know what I mean? So like, honestly, I think most people just don't even like. I think most people aren't self-aware at all.
Yeah.
I think meditation helps a lot.
It
I'm not
helps
even-
so much, but I just need.
I haven't
just
done
doing
in
it.
3 months.
Yeah.
I used to do it back in sports, but now I'm doing it again because of like
You know what's the
You
biggest
are?
thing actually I think has been helping me a lot lately?
what's up.
I think a lot of people like if you've never meditated, you should try for a second to get on a meditation schedule and really do it. Like do it for like 10, 15 minutes, even 5 minutes, you know, some real fucking sessions.
Uh-huh.
But once you've done it a few times and you kind of know where it's at, you can meditate. You don't have to like go and sit down and concentrate. You can just be like try to be very present. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Like
I think that's a
meditation.
big thing. So I don't know if I speak for a lot of people that are new to it, but I think a big discouragement for a lot of people is when they realize like there's so many thoughts going through your head at every second of the day.
Some people
it's
really
hard to yeah.
They can't just really sit down. Like I was talking
Yeah.
to other friends about like yo, like you should
See,
try
but
it.
that's the point. I
But
feel
you're
like-
supposed to acknowledge that you're not supposed to try to evict every thought that comes through your mind. This is what I understand of it. Correct me if I'm wrong.
No, you're saying it
But
right.
you're supposed to, like, even if it happens, acknowledge that it's happened and then let it move on.
Right. Yeah. Just like forgive you got to forgive yourself.
Yeah. And that, I guess that's hard for a lot of people.
It is hard. It's that's why it's like it's almost like exercise. But here's the thing, like this is the thing that helped me the most. I don't know if it's like as much like for everybody else with meditation, but the thing about meditation is the exercise, the benefit, everything you're doing there. It's not about like for how long you're sitting there and like in bliss because you're just present. The exercise is in realizing you're in thought and bringing yourself back. That's when you're getting the benefits. That's where you have the realizations.
Interesting.
Because because as you do it, you do start to like, it's not like you become Buddha, but you will be like, oh shit, I really think about that all the time.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? You're going to be
That
like,
realization
like,
is...
oh man, I'm being really negative. I'm like thinking about how I want to kill this guy. You know what I mean? Like, you'll be like, you'll catch yourself and you'll realize all the things that you're doing. And a lot of it's really painful, but all of it's very good for you.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. Anyway, we should get on to the topic.
I was going to say, we could go on about this for a while.
This is a good topic. No, it's good conversation.
Maybe for another one.
Bro, if you're watching this, that was a fucked up week, huh?
Yeah. What's
Dude,
good, XO,
it's
by
been
the
a
way?
roller coaster.
It was definitely... And, like, as much as, like... They told us that the Red Mirage thing was going to happen, and I was like pro mail-in votes. I really don't want another. They need to speed it up, man. I was getting pissed. I'm like, Nevada's still counting votes.
Are they still doing
still
that?
counting?
Or
Bro,
did
they're one of the smallest states, and then they're like, oh, we're gonna need like this many more days to give you an. I'm like, bro, start at 1 and fucking keep going. Like, bro, it's not that many. Like, you fucking other states
Start at
have
1.
finished the shit.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
and they're just like, I don't know, bro. They're fucking stupid.
That shit took...
Thank you
yeah.
for delivering the fucking the blue fucking shit, but yeah, no.
The blue vote.
The blue, yeah, facts.
Eventually. But yeah, no, that shit was stressful. That shit was stressful. If it wasn't for a lot of what you were saying in the group chat, I probably would have been way more stressed. But when you started talking about like the Red Mirage,
That was
and,
mostly
like,
convincing
the
myself, though.
Hey, it worked for me too. Shit. Like when you started talking about, because I didn't realize it, and then I started, and it wasn't just you. It was like I started to read about it too. It was like how the mail-in votes are going to be heavily blue versus, and they counted the red ones early, and that's why it seems this way and that way.
I was getting afraid of the recounts and shit. Like that shit was like, I was like, is it gonna happen? Is it not gonna like? Because it seemed like it really was, you know.
You know what? Can I see your ashtray for a second?
Yeah, for sure.
What I was when the whole shit was fucking happening. Okay, so I'm not like, don't get it twisted. I don't love Joe Biden
Right.
at all.
Facts.
For a second, I'm just like relaxing because it's like so nice to like, okay, it's
one menace out of the way.
right, but a lot of people actually, as soon as the first night, were actually really hard on Joe Biden. And saying, because he did underperform to what the polls are, but I would actually say Donald Trump overperformed what the polls said.
Yeah.
Not more than Joe Biden underperformed. Joe Biden actually did very well, even where we're at right now. You got the most votes of any president ever. He flipped all the states he was supposed to flip back. Like, he flipped Arizona, which hasn't flipped since Clinton.
That's been such a mind fuck for me.
And now he's probably flipped Georgia. You know what I mean? And he came through with Pennsylvania. You know,
He drove out the vote.
right.
Or we should give credit to the people that actually drove out the vote.
Right. It wasn't just Joe Biden, but he didn't fuck up. Here's what I'm pointing.
He didn't fuck up.
Because a lot of people are in like, hey, look, I don't like a lot of things about what Joe Biden is doing, but and what he's done. But and I wanted Bernie, man. I was mad. I didn't. I wasn't gonna
Bernie,
vote
dog.
Biden at first.
Man.
But Joe and I got some shit to say about that too, actually.
I want to hear that shit.
So, but anyways, yeah. So Joe Biden, like after all the votes are said and done, I mean, I thought he was going to do a little bit better, but he did okay. He lost one of the states I thought he wasn't going to lose, and that's Florida. But he turned over Georgia. So, and but so what I was about to say, and we got to get into Trump.
Yeah.
With all the shit Trump's doing, but we'll get to
Ex-president
that. Right.
To be.
But you see today they're attacking, like AOC was talking about it, and they're bringing it up to her. All these people that are saying, you know, there was supposed to be this blue wave that did not happen, right? That polling suggested that we're supposed to easily win the Senate. Basically, we lost houses we lost seats, but we still have the majority in the House.
Did we?
Yeah.
Oh,
we
shit.
lost seats, and then in the Senate. Right now, it's all based off of there's going to be some runoff races.
That runoff in Georgia, right?
Right. And if we get those, then we have a majority via Kamala Harris.
Right.
Tie-breaking vote is VP. So it's like a bullshit, like we might get halfway if we get everything right now.
Uh-huh.
So people on the Democrat side, and Joe Biden, they're saying underperformed. They thought he was going to get like 30 more points. right? Or even more. So they're coming out and saying this is because of progressives, people saying Black Lives Matter, people saying defund the police. That like they're saying all Medicare for all, Green New Deal, all that lost all this Democratic vote. That's the argument from the Joe Biden Democrats, and I'm already like, this is but Bernie basically delivered you that W if you actually look at how the margins of how much he won.
Yeah.
Because if Bernie didn't do it, you wouldn't have had it. If you look at, and then I'll go a step further. If you look at the Democrats that lost their seats, look at the ones that kept their seats. Rashida Tlaib, the squad, everybody on the squad.
The squad kept their seats. Yeah.
Yeah.
If
AOC kept her seat.
Someone tried to primary. Democrats tried to primary.
AOC.
Was it AOC or was it Rashida?
Or maybe Rashida. Bro, it was one of them. They're always trying to put. They're not their friends.
No, definitely not.
We give too many concessions, and AOC's out there, and that's the thing that about AOC that's pissed me off lately is she's trying to play the game a little bit too nice for me. Yeah. Bernie's a little bit mean. A lot of people don't like him. Like AOC is trying to be too because here's the thing, they're gonna attack you. They're attacking you right now. You should be going out there saying they wouldn't have had this if it didn't. And all our guys kept our fucking seats.
Right.
Our ideas are popular. Most Americans support progressive ideas if you actually just poll the ideas and not the people. Most people are for Medicare for all, like 60%. Most people are pro weed. Most people are pro free college. Most people are pro minimum wage. Like we're talking like much larger margins than Biden's winning the presidency.
Right.
These ideas are popular. But they try to make these narratives just kind of like Republicans that are like rhetorical, like he could never win, and you know all these other fucking things.
That's been the narrative since day one.
Or that's how they're trying to root out these ideas. They're saying that's why Joe Biden didn't win. No, Joe Biden didn't win because he didn't do those fucking things.
Or they're like, is that what you really want? Like, or because this might happen if this like if it passes by, you know, like the whole like voting no on Prop 202.
Yeah.
Or 208. Sorry.
208.
Yeah, and like. There's like they're saying like, oh, we're all gonna get taxed because these small companies and blah blah blah. Like, no, isn't this shit gonna go to school or whatever? Fuck,
no.
You know?
Yeah,
it's not. It's always some bullshit, crazy conspiracy theory. It's not raising taxes on anybody that makes under 250,000, 500,000 for households.
Yeah.
So it's like, no, it's such bullshit that people that are it's just a tax like anything else. I'm like, this is why we're 48th and fucking. But luckily we're flipping. So bro, Joe Biden really went out here because of the native vote. The Latino vote out here is way better than Florida.
Oh, Natives delivered.
Dude. Right.
I was looking up maps at that.
We fucked around and made a difference. That's what we did.
Bro,
that's just crazy.
If you really look at Joe Biden's numbers too, if you look back, Obama's numbers were so fucking crazy.
Oh hell yeah.
That's why another thing we should probably have more. They always want to run a white guy because they're like no one can win. How come Obama won so fucking hard then? You know what I mean? Like
right.
And Joe Biden probably half won that because of Kamala.
Yeah,
Kamala really got fucking people to vote. No, it wasn't Joe Biden.
With the help of the pandemic and everyone being frustrated with Trump, like that's what.
And just the shit that Trump was doing.
Yeah,
he lost.
It should have been a layup for Biden. It shouldn't have been us sitting on the edge of our seat for 5 days.
You know what? Here's the thing. I'm so pro no science, the numbers, polls, but the polls got it wrong twice with Trump. He is a political anomaly. Here's what he does, bro. He does something that you can't, or it would just be too hard. No one will do it. Poll for. Is he drives out these rural votes to levels that people have never voted before.
Yeah.
So he gets so much more of this vote outside of cities than people ever thought. And that's how he won. Because if you look at the way he won last time, he won by the exact same margins, basically Joe Biden did, except Joe Biden went way further than him when he won Michigan. Mm-hmm. But all the states that Joe Biden flipped, he's saying they're fake now. That's why it's such bullshit. He's saying, oh, it's fake. He won by those same amounts.
Yeah.
In those same fucking states. Except for Michigan, where he got blown the fuck out compared to him winning it by like 10,000, you know. But so, damn, I forgot where I was going with that, bro. It's
I don't know.
crazy.
It seemed like a good train of thought to me.
Either way, we're just happy that Trump's gone. All right.
That's the thing. That's the thing. I'm happy Trump's gone. I'm not happy that Biden's
Did you guys ever feel like a breath of fresh air? I felt like I was like, oh Jesus fucking Christ. But even though things aren't over, like we know race is going to be still alive and well. But it's like,
oh yeah,
all right, these motherfuckers
diet racism.
You know,
right?
Yeah, we got diet racism now, but it's like.
Trump didn't start racism. People get that mixed up all the time.
That shit bothers the fuck out of me. That people are like, we can start to heal. It's like, well, there's a lot of healing that needed to be done before.
Did any of you guys see SNL?
Yeah,
I didn't know.
The one that was the girl that played Rudy Giuliani was funny, and then they did that one where it was like their news guys, and I don't know any of their names, but the black news guy, not the white one that's dating what's her name. He was funny as fuck, and he was on there talking about. He He's like, there's some people that are protesting the election, and he's like, how are you fucking mad, bro? It's like you ordered a chalupa and you got a different fucking thing at top left. I'm like, bro, you just got it's another old white guy that's basically the same shit, except he's not as like crazy. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's not even fucking different. Yo, seriously.
What's up?
That's actually, I wanted to ask you guys about that.
What's up?
So before this, actually, I was like so confident Joe Biden was going to win. I thought he was going to win harder than that, but hey, whatever. We talked about that. But I was scared. I was like, oh, Trump's going to try to contest the election. And what if he does some crazy shit and all those people go crazy? Yeah. But as soon as they announced that shit on the news, no one gave a fuck what that guy has to say anymore. And we're watching him lose power. He fired his defense secretary today.
Did he really?
Yeah.
No, you know what's even funnier too? Like these fucking Trump supporters that are just like, no, he's gonna go to court or whatever. They're gonna do recounts. All this shit's gonna happen. You libs are gonna fucking lose.
God,
and it's like, and I'm like, dog, like just take the fucking L. Like, just
this is embarrassing.
Yeah.
That's he's your president.
You know, what do you guys think is the most likely thing? Do you think he gets dragged out? I hope he gets dragged out. I think there's a possibility.
God, I want him to get dragged out so bad.
What do you think happens? What do you think he does?
I think he's going to drag it on in the courts for as long as he can. I think he's going to try to use that as an excuse to be like, well, I got to stay in
So what do you think happens on the day that Joe Biden's supposed to walk into that office?
I think he's going to keep trying to. Yeah, I think he's going to try to.
You think it actually gets delayed?
No. I think he's going to try to. Okay. And I think his ass is getting carried out.
So you think they're carrying him out?
Yeah.
You think they're carrying him out?
I think he's going to try to himself because he has a history of doing this. He drags shit out in the courts for such a long time.
I think this is a very.
I think this is his strategy to try to stay in the seat for as long as he can. But like, nah,
what do you think happens?
Anymore, Donnie. Yeah, I know. I feel like he might get dragged out, like low key. But
I think it's like 30 to 50, almost, maybe even halfway.
Yeah.
But
you think so?
No, because you know what I was thinking. I thought he was going to do that, but I'm starting to think. I think here's what's going to happen. It's slowly dawning on him.
Yeah.
Because I can see it by some of his actions. Because
the golfing pictures.
Coping. Bro.
when he was driving back.
Yeah, bro. Those are so fucking funny to look at, dude.
They're the exact medicine I needed.
His fucking face. Holy shit, dude. I mean,
he was so thought like he was just going to come out.
Yeah.
The winner somehow. He's like somehow. And the whole team thought it because he always gets away with shit. Mm-hmm. And here's the thing, man. This is what kind of worries me too. But I don't think it's going to happen just by seeing how it's being received. I don't think there's any way. All the international world leaders, there's no way it would work out. But, like, they have you seen those articles that they're saying, like, Jared and Ivanka are having to go talk to him and shit like that?
Oh, yeah.
Like intervention?
Yeah. Jared will be the one that breaks it to him for sure. By the end of the day, it'll have to be Jared because he loves his sons more, but he respects Jared. Jared delivered him all his W's. Everything that Biden will go, you know, Biden's like going to reverse all Trump shit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like, okay, pick my words carefully here. I fucking hate Donald Trump in case you haven't noticed, but even a broken clock is wrong twice a day.
Yeah.
You wouldn't go in there and just go, everything he did undo. Like, you know what I mean?
You can't do that.
There's a lot of things that you will keep. Like a bunch of deals you got in the Middle East. That was all Jared Kushner. Mm-hmm. But Jared Kushner's evil. He's like, looks like the little evil doll. And his house is like, I'm not even fucking around. I'm not saying this is
with all the white shit during Christmas? Was that his house?
Yeah, and then the house number is 666, and he paid extra for it.
Is it really?
Yeah,
that was weird.
Yeah, it's weird.
And they got the evangelical.
He looks like an evil doll that turned real.
I don't understand my fellow
He's Jewish
Americans
too.
sometimes.
That's why Ivanka's Jewish.
Oh, is she?
Yeah.
Fucking Jews. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah, he's probably in the Illuminati.
I'm kidding.
Bro, isn't it weird that for every other race they have like a word, but for Jews it's just like their word?
Yeah, it's just we just have to.
You just gotta say it's like for the right word is Jews, but the bad word is Jews.
Yeah.
Like,
they got other bad words for them too. Is that what we're talking about?
Yeah, I guess there is, but most people just say Jews.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you just gotta say it gently. But
you can't just say.
But anyways,
you gotta say the whole thing. Jewish.
Here's what he's gonna do. It's slowly dawning on him. That's why he's fired Mark Esper because Mark Esper, when he was like activate the military to stop the George Floyd protests. Mark Esper went on TV and said, "I advise the president not to do that as a defense secretary because that's fucking insane. You can't."
Did it anyway.
Yeah, so he fucking fired him now because he's like, well, fuck it. If I'm not saying I'm fired. He's going through the stages of coping. He's gonna first he doesn't believe it.
Do you think he's gonna have coped by
anger?
then?
No, he's never gonna say I lost. He's gonna come out and he's either gonna be like
he's gonna stick to his narrative of I got cheated out.
He's gonna be like I'm gonna be the bigger man, or or he might even say like you can't. You know what? You guys can't get me out because I quit. This is stupid. Like,
Yeah.
I never even wanted to be president. I was
Like,
just
he's
doing
gotta
it
have
to
the
try to
last
make the
laugh.
country better. He's gonna
You
do
think so?
some. Oh yeah, of course he is. Bro,
Okay.
look at him. Look at the way he acts. He's gonna try to do some bullshit,
You think he's gonna willingly give it up?
What was his last?
but he's
tweet,
gonna
though?
make it seem like he's not.
Right.
You know what I mean? He's gonna try to do it in some way to save face because he has to, and it's gonna be funny as fuck. Hopefully,
Either
people-
way, it's gonna be fucking hilarious. Do you think? Question for you guys: do you think he's gonna run again in 2024?
it's a possibility.
I feel like yes, might be a possibility.
You know what? You guys ever see shit about saying like Trump should go to jail? Will he go to jail? So do you believe anything that's possible?
I don't think he's gonna go to jail.
You don't think so either? Have you seen like how many like cases are against him though?
Yeah.
See, I didn't believe it, but there's a lot of cases against him, and as soon as he lost,
What sort
I
of
feel
cases?
like there's rape cases,
And the taxes he's been avoiding
tax
too.
cases. Those are the two big ones: the rape and the tax. But
That's
he's
what
also
people
got
were
like
saying, too.
various defamation and like all sorts of different lawsuits, man. Like it's shit from real estate.
I could see the tax thing working
Shit from
out.
Trump
I think he's
University.
just like. I don't think he's going to jail for any of the other shit.
I think if the Democrats
Angel Sanchez
are
says
really
jail
playing
Trump. I feel
fucking,
that.
like really to be like, let's do what Republicans do.
Uh huh.
They might be like, we're so afraid of Trump running again. Let's support any litigation against him because a lot of it actually does have ground. You know what I mean?
Plenty of it has ground, but I mean, there's been other shit that's had ground in the past, but it got nowhere. I just feel like. What did Angel say again?
Oh, it's a Joe Trump.
Jail Trump.
Yeah, Joe Trump.
I feel that.
I think
Fanny
he
says
could.
he's going to prison for sure. I mean, I don't know. Like,
I think he could go to prison if the Democrats really try to. Like, it all depends on who sends him to prison. Joe Biden will be president, and if he's worried that he loses to Trump the election right after, I mean,
I think Joe's gonna try too hard to do the whole unity thing, and I think he's gonna leave Trump alone.
he might not do it in public.
you know,
he might support it in
you know
private.
something I'm thinking of too?
I mean, I don't think they like. It's,
Maybe,
you don't think they're
maybe.
above secretive shit. Like,
Oh, definitely
Yeah.
not.
like
No.
it wouldn't be that hard. There's so many people trying to sue him for so many different shit. People are they could bring charges against him for things he did as president, like use the office for his own gain.
That shit's nuts to
He
me
got
that he got
impeached.
away with. He set such a low precedent of the presidency. I don't think shit's going back to normal after him.
Nah, Biden will try to just be like. Hopefully, Biden is so fucking normal. You know what I mean? Which I think it
Boring.
will be. Yeah, it'll just be like Biden will be so fucking normal and honest. I think the if they stamp out Trump, which they might get Republicans on their side and putting it out, because here's the thing: Trump wants to start Trump News Network, and
Yeah.
it's already been.
That's definitely happening. That was supposed to happen in 2016.
He
if
will get
lost.
Sean Hannity on there,
Yeah. Oh, for
and
sure.
he'll probably get Tucker Carlson on there.
Alex Jones.
Mm-hmm.
You think Alex Jones?
I don't know.
I feel like it's a possibility.
It is
I
possible.
think to him,
if Trump's not
Alex-
president, maybe because Trump will be on there.
True.
Well, so is it a matter of Alex Jones
I don't-
choosing to?
He'll probably show
accept
up on
it?
there, but I don't think he'll have a show.
I don't think he's gonna
Okay,
have a
yeah.
show.
He'll
I
be
don't
in
think he's
for
gonna
worse.
have a show.
I think he's more useful to him not on there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But yeah, because Alex Jones and Trump aren't friends anymore. You can tell because at first Alex Jones for a while was being. I never have watched his show, but I've seen every episode where he's on Joe Rogan because they're always like hilarious. Like there's so many
They're
memes
the
come
best
out of it.
episode, bro.
Yeah, and then Joe usually gets super fucked up, and then Alex Jones gets high and starts saying the frogs are gay and shit like that.
The freaking frogs great.
And this last one was funny because actually it was just Joe shutting him down the whole time, and they had this guy in there, Kyle Kalinske. That's who. Hey, if I promote another channel, that's who I watch. The YouTuber I watch the most. That's like, I agree with the most. He's just like a progressive guy that's like our age that like
Oh, really?
reviews shit. Yeah, and he just like
okay.
tells you like this is what it
Oh,
fucking.
so
is.
he had both flavors on.
Yeah,
for
so
Joe
yeah,
Rogan
both
did.
on there.
Oh,
Yeah,
interesting.
Joe
Okay.
had him on there, and he had, but no, he didn't have. Alex Jones was on there, and another guy was on there, but he didn't have Alex Jones for the election day. Alex Jones tried to get on, and he told him like we'll talk about it after the episode, because he knows.
Wait, I thought he was supposed to be on it, so he wasn't on it.
No, he was on there. People were afraid. He kept saying it got took down from Spotify, and it wasn't. He wasn't on the end of. I think he let them say that and kind of said it, so
okay.
maybe more
But
people
he
would
wasn't
watch.
on there.
No, because you know what? He just got the Spotify deal, and I think he's really thinking about it. Because this last episode, kept saying shit to him. He's like, saying shit like that is why people get deplatformed. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Oh, he
he's
was
like, you
worried more about
can't-
that?
Yeah, he would just stop him on because Alex Jones. Have you ever heard him talk like for
Yeah.
an extended amount of time?
I've only heard clips. I don't know if I can take the whole thing.
He just goes really
That's
quick.
what she said.
He makes sense on like one little thing right here. So he goes, "So you understand this, right?" And then he starts.
That's how that
connecting
shit
these
works.
dots really fast.
Yeah.
Well, so a lot of the shit he'll say will be right. Like, you know what I mean? But he'll try to make this grandiose claim
Off
that
of
is-
those few points that are factually correct.
Well, I was glad Joe stood up to him on climate change specifically because he started like briefing. It's like we all know that's fake, and he's like, "Oh no, you can't say that." Like, you know what I mean? He's like, "It's really not how do you explain CO2? And he kept trying to like misrepresent CO2. You know what I mean?
But
like,
Joe kind of shut him down on it.
Yeah, which he didn't as much before. He would just let him go, like, which is funny too. But
it's funny for the sake of comedy, but not for the sake.
You can tell he feels. I think people fuck with Joe Rogan because you can tell, like, in a way he feels a social responsibility. Not like he's trying to turn anything, but he genuinely. You can tell he's doing like, this is to the best of my ability, what I think like equal and fair is.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to be biased, and no one. You never feel like it's like, oh, he's bought. Like people are paying him to say that. Like, it's just a guy saying what he thinks.
That's true. That's
and
true.
He interviews like scientists and shit, and it's like he listens. He like actively listens. Like, oh, like tell me about this thing, and they're like,
he lets them talk.
Yeah, lets them talk.
And that's why I get people be like, he shouldn't have Alex Jones on. I'm like, he has really liberal guys on too that other people wouldn't have on that they get mad at him for. So I don't see how you could say that. You know what I mean?
He's doing his best to be
He's had
impartial.
mentioned. I want to see Milo Yiannopoulos on Joe Rogan.
Who's that?
You know, Milo Yiannopoulos?
That sounds
like
familiar.
He's like a gay Republican, but he's also like
he's like
he's like the like basically the gay Ben Shapiro, pretty much, like, like all these fucking
I've heard of him, but
like all these right wingers just like idolize him, because he facts over feelings type of guy.
That's what deplatforming does too, because he was huge when he was like a thing, but now it's like, oh, who's this guy?
Now you're like, oh, who the fuck is he?
I remember people talking about Milo.
He was getting appearances at universities canceled. He got deplatformed off of like YouTube, Twitter.
Was it just because of his views, or was it?
He had some pretty extreme views.
Okay.
And it wasn't just like racism;
Like
it was like
super
anti-Semitism. Oh, it's like to the point of like extremism.
Fascism, yeah.
Damn.
But
Jesus
he
fuck,
got shut down. There was like, it was a while back, but I remember seeing something about him. He's basically resorted now to like Telegram groups, and he's basically like begging and shaming the people that are on those groups to donate to him because he's fucking broke now.
Yeah.
Oh shit! All right, then
he's basically a non-factor at this point.
Fuck.
I think conservatives used him for what he proved useful for at the time, and like now they're done with him. So like,
that's what happens.
Yeah, no one cares about his ass anymore.
Yeah. I mean, to me, he was actually like pretty funny to watch and pretty cool to watch because he had like a nice cocky attitude about what he did, but then. Now they tell me all these things, I'm like, oh shit, I should probably look deeper and beyond the compilation.
Yeah, as soon as you say conservative, honestly, I'm like, no, fuck them.
It's like way beyond conservatism what he was doing. It was basically to the extent of like white supremacy.
Jesus fuck. All right.
Yeah, no, he was a piece of shit.
Jesus.
And he did nothing to try to hide that.
Bro,
he did the whole like, well, I have a black boyfriend. And
he's
like
that. Bro, I've been loving seeing all this QAnon shit fall apart too.
Oh God, yes.
I guess he never logged back in, the Q guy, and there's word that his things for sale. People said it's for sale on the black market. His login
to 4chan.
No, it wasn't. So I guess it was like it like started on 4chan. It was so extreme. It went to like one of those other Chan ones.
Oh, like 8chan. Yeah.
And it would always be on there. I was like, what are these things they're reading? Like, I want to see it. They're so... I can't believe adults read this shit. I thought it was real.
He was like, I can't believe adults.
Bro, if you could pull one up, you might get on a watch list if you pull one up. I don't know. But they'll be like... Like, have you ever seen, like, when people on, like, MySpace and shit would, like... Or people still do it now, like in the comments with letters, like draw like a photorealistic face. Or some shit.
Uh-huh.
It has like giant blocks of like that, but it's like Q, patriotism, real patriot, or some shit like that. And
like
then it's
the
like
Matrix letters and shit.
It's like glitching in, and it's like 10:42 a.m. Real patriot alert. Do not believe what you see. Like it just all this. Shit.
Wait, so was this the real Q or is this like imposter Qs?
No one knows. The most if you go to. It's interesting. I don't know. I read Wikipedia articles sometimes. Just go to Wikipedia and look up QAnon, and it'll like say like these many theories on who Q is. If obviously all QAnon people think he's really this guy there, or they might have their own theories. Some people think it's Trump himself. Some people think it's all this other shit.
Yeah,
Trump ain't got that kind of plan going on. What the fuck?
No,
right. And then in the fucking but so real people are like. It's probably a group of people we've determined from reviewing all of them that like at this time like this person had way different like typing habits or some shit that we can tell, but there's like a few people we don't really know. Most people are pretty sure that the guy that runs 8chan or whatever is actually one of them.
Oh really?
And then that guy, I guess he logged in once from the account when it was all over and said like something from the account, but I guess he would do that sometimes, but he was like, it's me or some shit, and then it never got logged back in, and everybody's on there like, why'd you go? So everybody's on there like asking where he's at and shit like that.
Bro, he's like a literal prophet to them.
Bro, they really thought he was like Jesus.
For real
They really
talk.
thought he was
Yeah.
like Jesus.
That's funny as fuck though. I mean,
It's like it's a legit religion.
it's
based
crazy how
off
like
of-
these people are always like they're like, oh, the media's fake and all that shit, but yet they come out here and believe in this fake shit as well. And it's like,
Bro.
dude, you're just as much of a fucking clown
some
as you.
fucking
Yeah.
freedomeagle.info
Yeah, it's-
/ patriot.
Well, if
Yup.
anything, what I think the biggest takeaway from this shit is like you can't pull for Rick enthusiasm, and it's hard to see what the Democrats are. I feel like this right after the election coming out with trying to say that all these progressive ideas are the reason they were losing. Not like if
That's
you actually look at
ridiculous.
it, you can
Yeah.
prove. I think pretty thoroughly that it's the opposite. And if you had Bernie out there, you wouldn't have been able to pull for that enthusiasm. 'cause he would've
I think
done
the
same
fact
thing.
that the Democrats had to literally pull every other candidate besides Biden and Bernie
Yeah.
right.
and have every single one of them say I endorse Joe Biden, because he was clearly set up. If you remember the primaries, he was clearly set up to win that primary,
Right.
until that shit started happening.
Yeah.
Obama made some phone calls, man, behind the scenes. Everybody endorsed him real quick, and no one knew what to do. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? People didn't have time. They were like, I'm anything but Bernie. I don't want to look into him. And all of them, I guarantee you, all those people would have fell in line just like we did for Biden
Yeah.
versus Trump. And I do think Bernie, to their credit, one thing I will say is we really shouldn't use the word socialist, though. We
There's
really
no
shouldn't.
socialism. There's no socialist candidate in the United States.
There isn't. But the word is used. Bernie says, I'm a democratic socialist. He says that all the time.
Yeah.
He should say, I'm an FDR style Democrat. I'm a New Deal Democrat. That would be
That
better.
would be more palatable. Yeah.
It would be because you can't get rid of the fact that there are old people that just won't, and maybe they would in the general, but they would. I will give them. That's the one thing I'll say. But progressive policies are popular. Most people, if you say, "Do you believe Medicare for all?" That polls well. You know, remember when Yang came out and said we call it the freedom dividend because that polled the best.
Right.
Like that's smart to do.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like people don't like the words, bro. When I was in middle school, they taught us socialism was bad
Yeah.
from a textbook. People my age have the same thing that old people have.
Right.
You know what I mean? If you bought into it, I had to be like, go to college and be like, because even then, like, I was never like Republican, but I was like, oh yeah, of course, communism, socialism. Now I'm like, bro, people should actually read what Marx said. And like,
Have you read his book?
I've read a lot of
haven't
stuff
yet.
from. I think Marx, bro, I could do a whole. Hey, we should do an episode on Marx.
You think so?
No, I'm down for that.
I'm down.
I feel like I'd have to read his
What pisses
some
me
of his
off-
works.
You don't even need to read it as much as like study more of actually who. A lot of people like have this idea that Karl Marx birthed Soviet Russia. He's like he wasn't even. He was German.
Russia.
Yeah. Like, have you read Animal Farm? Did you ever read Animal Farm in school?
No, I did a really good job in school pretending like I read, but never read anything.
Animal Farm is like you can read it in an hour actually.
Oh,
I'm not
wait,
even
wait,
shitting.
no. Yeah,
It's like 90 pages.
I think I know what
It
you're
actually is good.
I think I've read the book and I think I've seen like an animated movie of it too.
I just say
Animal
that
Farm?
Yeah, I think there's like an animated movie of it.
Marx is like vilified in like our regular education system, and I think treated pretty appropriately throughout academia, as in like you know colleges and shit. Like where he's just like, hey, he's like the last philosopher basically.
Yeah.
I can't remember if it's him or Nietzsche, but one of them is like basically the last one. No new philosophers. That's stupid. No one wants to
Nietzsche's
hear.
actually my favorite philosopher.
He's because he's the cool, but he's also kind of he's so beta, bro.
He is.
He reaches the most alpha shit, and he's the most beta person of all time. And then he died. Basically, he killed himself by staring at a wall to death.
What
like,
the fuck?
Yeah, he just refused to ever talk again.
Damn.
Like, I'm like, why do people want to
That's some
listen to him
hardcore
that
shit.
much? But he said a bunch of shit that actually does make sense. But, yeah, like Marx is not. I don't know. I just think it's totally misrepresented. So yeah, no, and socialist ideas work in a lot of places, but they just can't. Yeah, U.S. fucked it up.
But you're right. Yeah, socialism, the word, and communism, the word, has been just this is bad and that's it.
right.
You don't have to
FDR got
ask.
elected 3 times.
Yeah.
Yep.
FDR, they couldn't get him out. They added term limits after him because Republicans were like, they always got to do the electoral college and term limits and all this
Right.
shit because they'll never get power if they don't do fuck shit.
Right.
Like, bro, if you ran on that, they could literally do ads and people would get mad. But you could do ads with him next to FDR and be like, Bernie did all this shit. You should do that.
Yeah.
Like that would have worked. But he did this other shit, and also Bernie's too like much of a good person, man.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah. He could have been way more. He could have said a lot more.
Yep. He could have done.
But he did. He was thinking ahead. Bernie's always right about the future,
Yeah.
just like he was about the election.
He predicted it. Yeah. He predicted
yeah.
it. Yeah.
He wouldn't do it because he's like, no, I don't want to damage Joe Biden if he has to run against Trump.
Which makes sense. I mean, that's the smart thing to do. And as much as like the hardcore leftist Bernie supporters hold that against him, honestly, like it was the right thing to do.
Do you think Bernie will be there in 2024?
I don't think so.
I think he's too old, man.
He's gotten way too old, unfortunately.
I
But
think it
I
might be
mean,
Nina Turner.
huh?
I think it might be Nina Turner.
So that's the thing that Bernie, like, even if he never got the presidency, he spurred so much progressive.
I think Andrew Yang will come back though,
yeah.
for sure.
I hope so.
Maybe he's getting so establishment Democrat.
Yeah.
Like he's totally like, I don't know if I feel like he has to have made a deal like you ain't gonna do any of that shit we don't want you to do, right? We don't be giving people money. Like, you know what I mean? We just gotta act like we're gonna do shit.
Right.
And then make ads where we act like we're SJWs and then fucking we get reelected. So just keep doing that. You know, because the way he endorsed Biden was so callous, man. It didn't feel right. He needed to wait longer to do that.
Yeah.
Because
I remember all that shit that went down on Twitter.
I'll never forgive what's her name?
Who?
Girl from Massachusetts, the one Trump called Pocahontas.
Oh, Elizabeth Warren.
I'll never forgive Elizabeth Warren. One thing Trump said in the debates was true. He's like, you barely won. If Elizabeth Warren would have dropped out, and him and the others endorsed Bernie like they said they would have, and then they were cutting him off. But Trump said, I'm more afraid of running against Bernie. The only reason he lost against Biden was Corona.
Yeah.
He would have cruised to re-election.
That's why I was saying is like it was a fucking layup for Biden. It shouldn't have been this close.
But they got the most establishment bullshit shit. They could do the most palatable one they had up there because no one was going to vote for any of those other guys. Like you got to really look at there's a big part of people getting elected that's just like Jared Kushner. He might be effective for Republicans. He might policy wise, but he could never be elected. Look at him. Like, you know what I mean? There's a big part of like. A good thing I think is to just like ask your moms who they would vote for. You know, if you look at the female vote, because as long as your mom's not crazy on one side,
right?
Because
honestly,
if you look
in
at
this generation, that feels like it's gonna be hard now. Like,
in 2016, if you voted for Trump now, I think you're lost.
Yeah.
But if you voted for Trump in 2016 and voted for Biden, or even didn't vote, I can almost kind of forgive you as like maybe you're just actually conservative and you're not really racist or some shit like that. Yeah. I can understand certain of those ideas, especially if you're from a smaller town and maybe you own a business or some shit like that, right? I can get those things. In 2016, he was running against Hillary. Hillary was so unlikable.
Yeah.
Bro, no one's mom liked Hillary.
Yeah.
No one fucking liked. No one.
My mom liked Hillary.
No, my mom. My parents were like so like they voted for Biden this one. I think they just never want to tell me, and they didn't vote in the last one because they were so scared of Hillary too.
Yeah. I mean,
my dad voted. My dad was like, "I would vote for Bill, but not her."
Yeah.
I remember
she was very
the
unpopular.
hardcore leftists. People were like, "If you don't vote for you're basically sexist or whatever."
Bro, Hillary lost that.
Right.
Trump didn't win it. Trump gets so much credit for like doing this thing, and he does do something like I said, we get out rural vote, but. He didn't win the
popular vote either.
He didn't win the popular vote. Yeah, no, fucking Hillary lost that shit because he lost really important fucking states. Because she fucking.
There were states that she didn't go to.
Yeah.
She just completely neglected.
She took it completely. And Trump ran a good campaign last time.
Yeah.
He was talking about like people were able to. Like,
people didn't know what to expect from him.
He wasn't a politician
too.
yet, and he's like, "I'm not a politician. I'm not like them. I'm a businessman. I'm gonna get money out of politics. I'm gonna get your fucking jobs back."
He made politics his game.
Right.
Everyone else was playing his game at that point, or
he
trying
was
to.
Speaking a real language people want to hear. Also, people were pissed at like SJW Democrats. Like it was so annoying.
True.
Like, and now we can look back at it. I think a big part of the Democratic Party needs to be like truly doing like this shit. Like, okay, I don't give a fuck that Nancy Pelosi would wear a kente cloth to the fucking thing because George Floyd. That didn't actually result in shit.
Yeah,
we need to actually push these policies. Like
that shit was
school.
so fucking cringe, dude.
Yeah, so people are sick of dumb shit like that. They shouldn't do it. It doesn't poll well. Rather, there's a part of the country that goes back and forth that voted for Trump because at least he was saying this real shit, and they have this bitch over there, Hillary, that maybe killed these people in Benghazi. Had this thing with the emails that was the most in the news. There's all this shit about. She seems fucking weird. She's like, it says the dumbest shit, like Pokemon go to the polls.
Oh yeah,
like you know
Trump
what I mean?
Up, trickle down.
And then Bill over time, like. A lot of people, you can make an argument for Bill. Most people actually remember Bill well, but people don't want Bill back. You couldn't have
anymore.
Bill in the internet age, man. You had to have Bill in that going into the internet age.
Yeah, fair.
That's the best part. That was peak. That was golden age to me.
Man,
yeah, Bill was a good president, bro. He
when the internet was a wild west.
Yep.
Bill was the only one that left us with a surplus in the national debt.
True. Yeah. True. I mean, anyway.
I don't know. My thing is, how do you think, even with like, basically Biden won, of course, like even if Trump
could get these recounts or whatever, and all this shit blows over, and we're already a year into Biden's election. How do you think Trumpers are gonna act now? They're still gonna be like, no, they're gonna say like, not my president type shit, or they're gonna be like, just really petty, and they'll be like, this is all fake and shit, like it's not.
They're
real.
gonna be like they were when Obama and Clinton were president.
Yeah.
Go back into hiding.
And also, most of them actually just feel defeated.
Really?
A lot of them, I
love
feel like a lot
I
of them
love it.
are trying to move on.
I'm a big fan
and
of
just
that.
don't want you to talk about it. Like you
No,
just
I'm
said,
gonna talk
Oh no,
about it.
I'm gonna bring
I'm
that
gonna
shit
talk
up.
about
I'm
it.
gonna bring that shit up.
Nah, you remember all that wild shit you were saying in
People make their
2016?
whole personalities, bro.
Hey, all lives matter, right? At the dinner table to my brother, bro. I'm gonna do that
Just
shit.
light up the cigarette.
Yeah,
Be like,
I'm gonna do that shit to
so,
him, bro.
all lives, let's talk about it. Bro, I don't give a fuck about all this unity shit. I'm gonna be toxic as fuck. I've had 3 unfollowers on Instagram off of one day.
Really?
Yeah.
I think I've had a few unfollowers too.
Yeah, I'm happy with it.
Yeah, I don't even pay attention.
Unfortunate, one of them was pretty good looking, but as soon as I find out they're Trumpers, it's like, nah, you're not that good looking.
Yeah.
But no, I consider that a badge of honor.
What's the ashtray?
Oh yeah, thanks, bro.
There you go.
And I had one dude like say the most. I was gonna show you guys, but I don't think I ever got around to it. But saying the most asinine shit like, oh, this and that, and like have fun with Kamala as president and old white man, this and that. It made no sense. I was like, wait, do you really believe that Kamala shit? And he started saying, yeah, because I believe in the Constitution, like literal, just like internet. He made no sense at all. So you know how they're talking about how Biden's just the front, and then what's her name?
He's a puppet.
Yeah, or fucking
Trump's always saying there's a people in the shadows.
Nancy Pelosi is gonna invoke like the 25th Amendment to fucking force Kamala into this and that. I'm like, well, first of all, I was like, that's fucking crazy. Second, like, then doesn't that get Sleepy Joe out of there and fucking pedophile this and that? Shouldn't that be a good thing?
You know what I've been saying all the way, man? You probably see me saying this on Twitter.
What's up?
You need to learn healthy coping mechanisms.
Oh God,
Bro,
bro.
you're not dealing with reality.
You guys follow that Twitter account, Coping MAGA?
No.
Bro, it is the funniest Twitter account right now, bro. It's like the funniest shit because they always retweet or they post their own videos of like, and especially from 4chan because like a lot of the races are on 4chan and shit. And they're all just tweeting like, "Oh, these fucking liberals, they didn't fucking do it." And then they put like Mozart music over it.
I saw a bunch of shit. They're saying that Trump losing is what 4chan needed to come back and stop being racist.
Nope.
They're having meltdowns.
It's gonna be even more racist. I know it.
It's the funniest shit. And then we've all seen the TikToks, right? We're like
The crying one.
Yeah, the crying
Yeah. Oh god,
I
that
seen a
was
bunch
so
where
good.
kids are just like folding up their mag clothes and putting it away and be like, I'm fine with it. It's all over.
Really?
Like, yeah.
That's fine. Okay,
Alright.
you could be over.
all right, that's
Okay
good.
with
That's
it.
good. That's
They're
good.
like 8-year-olds.
Okay,
You know
all right.
what I mean? I'm talking
That
about.
had no fucking
Yeah, but like these teenagers and like
the ones with the real tears.
yeah,
and
and like they're like
oh
The
man.
one you did is so funny.
yeah, good. And then they say
I
congratulations
was
all
pretty
you
happy
Biden
with that
supporters. It's
Yeah.
like it's
Yeah.
Why would that person
You
in the
really
comments
did it.
hear
like, yeah, you're bro. It's the funniest fucking shit, bro. I'm just like I'm having like the time of my life laughing at these
Bro,
motherfuckers.
I need to find that side of TikTok and then just
Yeah, it just goes on what you like. Your TikTok is honestly the best algorithm. It's so good. At
yeah,
sucking you in.
it really is.
You just be
it
like,
really is, and it's a good way to get noticed and all that shit too, definitely. But
No, it's the funnest to watch. It's the artist that makes me to engage in. But I actually like I feel like Twitter is actually the one that's like I'm the most. Did you watch The Social Dilemma yet?
no, I keep meaning
What?
to Social
It
Dilemma.
makes you think of it in a lot of different way, and I'm like, Twitter's definitely the one that gives me the most like endorphin rush or whatever the fuck.
Yeah,
'Cause I like
everything's
talking
on
with people.
fucking. Everything's aggressive and fucking adrenaline filled as fuck on Twitter.
Yes.
There's no such thing as a moderate opinion on Twitter. It's either you're all the way this way or all the way that way,
Right.
and you got to be fucking. You're a piece of shit if you don't believe what I do.
Oh, yeah,
but-
I'm gonna go grab this drink, and then you guys want to do Armenian?
I'm down.
Yeah.
I'm down. Did you listen to the songs, the 2 songs that System of a Down put out? I'm gonna take that as a no. System of a Down put out 2 songs.
System of a Down. Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
I was like, you said 2 songs. Like what? What are you talking about?
There's 2 of them. Yeah.
Yeah, I know. You said, but you didn't say System of a Down. You just said you listened to 2 songs.
Oh,
I'm like,
my
huh?
bad context.
Yeah.
It's like, wait, what?
I'm like, bro, every rapper right now is dropping music.
Yeah, true.
Every rapper's dropping music right now. I'm
Speaking
like,
of music,
Yeah.
the fucking YG on one day shot up to #1 on iTunes and Spotify.
oh shit, that's
Can you
dope.
guess which song?
Fuck Donald Trump.
Yeah.
I already know. bro. I already fucking know.
Fucking number one, and oh man,
I literally quit walking my house doing listen to that song.
bro. There's been another. There was like a Reddit article that I read that Party in the USA and is it NSYNC? Bye bye bye.
Oh yeah, bye bye.
Shut
bye.
up.
That's a good one.
Yeah, it was funny the way the headline was written. It was like, for no apparent
loving
reason,
seeing the
these
world
two
receive
songs,
this.
huh?
The world received the news. Like,
Yeah.
all the celebrations.
There was like the
and
fireworks in London. One of my buddies was posting that, and
That's the funniest shit.
yeah,
London just going off of fireworks and shit.
right. Can you imagine just being such a piece of shit that other countries are
Bro,
celebrating that you're
taking
gone?
the L right now, bro. I wish I could watch this meltdown in the office, bro. Everybody having to deal with it.
Man,
When
what
they
I
do
wouldn't
that
pay for that
intervention-
live stream.
I
my
want
God.
to see like these Trumpers melt down if anything, because I mean, like I already know,
Bro,
like,
I want that shit injected straight into my
Yeah.
veins, bro.
because these 4chan and these fucking TikToks aren't enough, low key right now. I'm like, yo, I need more.
more.
Be in
I'm
there.
on in Reddit our conservative every fucking day just to see the meltdown. Every day, every new thread, I'm like, all right, what are they talking about?
Being a fly on the
Yeah.
wall in that room, bro.
Ooh.
Jared shines helmet. Ivanka starts crying when he starts yelling and shit. Melania gets pissed and says like something about like I should have fucking left you before you did this shit. Leaves the room, slams, and he's just like, just get over it and do it. And fucking some thick ass accent and shit.
Oh my god.
Mark Meadows is in there via video stream because he's got COVID.
Nah, his ass probably still show up anyway. COVID's not real, remember?
Yeah, it goes not real to them. It's not even that dangerous.
Yo. But yeah, I've been
I was
reading.
staring at us the other day when you said COVID's not real, and I was wearing the BLM shirt. He
Wait,
had-
what happened?
That guy that was staring at us. He was the one that was taking down his Trump flag.
Wait, when was
Remember
this?
when you came and picked up your couch?
Oh shit! I didn't even notice that.
Yeah, there was a guy there staring at
I
us
wish I
and-
did.
And then when you started getting hard, then he walked away because I was like, why is this guy staring at me? Because when he leaves, I'm gonna look at him. You know what I mean? Because he had a Trump flag up there. Remember?
Uh huh. Oh.
And I know
Wait, is it that
the
guy or
first
that guy?
nice- No, this guy.
Oh,
no one else had one I saw. on
Yeah,
my
yeah.
street.
Uh huh.
But this guy had one, and this guy has a Biden sign over here. So I was like, all right, because me and Fan were talking about when I was like, I don't want to get Biden. We can get a BLM.
Yeah.
But I don't
I'm not gonna get
Biden.
Biden shit.
Yeah.
That's corny.
Yeah, that is hella corny.
Yeah.
Yeah, and all the Biden signs are little. You know what I mean?
Yeah, right.
But Trump people, big flag. You know what I mean?
Oh, did you see? I know
how
where.
many people are going out of business right now that Trump's not elected. They're
That-
gonna have
so-
their going out sales and shit.
Fucking Biden, their merch has a hat. So you know how Trump's hat is "Make America Great Again."
Yeah.
Biden's is just blue. It says "We did it,"
Nice. Nice.
or it was something like "We already did" or something like that. But yeah, the shade. I'm sorry, I could talk about
No,
this shit all day.
Shit, it's fucking funny.
We were gonna
Let's
talk
talk
about
about
Armenia.
Armenia.
Yeah.
So System of a Down. I've always known about Armenia just because System of a Down was my first band that was ever like my favorite band. Like, I
Yeah.
like all their songs.
I
Yeah.
think
and
I
shit
feel
like
like
that.
they're most people's favorite band.
Really?
Yeah.
I feel like I never meet anybody that says System of a Down is their favorite band.
I think it's one of the classics for me, if anything. Like,
I feel like it's one of the.
I don't know if it's like favorite band, but it's definitely there's no one that you'll ever ask, or very few people that you'll ever ask that
Everybody
say I'm not a
knows-
big fan of.
Everybody knows
System of a
Chop
Down."
Suey. It's
Yeah,
the most
everyone
universally
knows Chop
loved,
Suey.
like,
Wiggle.
rock song of all time.
Yep.
Like
Yep.
there's like a meme I seen that's like all these hands like coming in, like it's supposed to represent diversity, but it's like old head hip hops, new hip hop, old
Yeah.
rock,
Yeah.
classic rock fans,
Yeah.
punk kids. Like it's like every emo, like
Yeah.
it's like everybody. It's like Chop Suey.
that's true.
That's facts. That's facts.
Everybody loves that song. No
Bro,
matter
yeah,
what.
when I was
That's-
growing up, the System of Down Toxicity was like the #1 song used in CSGO montages.
Yeah.
Or Source, rather.
Oh,
that
at the
yeah.
time,
Toxicity
yeah.
is still actually. If I made a top 10 album list, it would be the only album up there that's not hip hop. Probably Toxicity.
True.
Toxicity is good as fuck.
It is
Yeah.
good. I've been listening to Aerials too. Like,
Ariel's
Ariel's
that's
is
probably
so
my favorite
good.
song.
Mhm.
Real shit, low key.
Did you guys hear the cover that Denzel Curry did
I did.
to what song was it?
No, it was Rage Against This Machine for sure.
It was Rage. Never
Yeah.
mind. Yeah, not System. Never mind.
It wasn't. It was Rage Against This
But
Machine.
I think he added a little bit of Aerials in there too.
I think there was because I remember what you're talking about.
Yeah.
I gotta be honest. I fucked with Denzel Curry when you showed me in the car, but I didn't fuck with that, and that's why I didn't listen to.
Oh,
much.
really?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Okay.
I don't like a lot of. It's really hard to cross genre cover and do good. Honestly, the only cross genre covers I ever like are house music. It just melts with everything.
House is just built for that.
Yeah,
That's
house is-
fair enough.
In fact, I like that more than regular house songs. Like, this better be a remix of a different beloved song.
A different beloved song.
Like, all right, good. Put on that Marvin Gaye with the house kick.
Put up Marvin Gaye.
The That shit's sexy.
Oh man, but yeah, shit's been going down in Artsakh.
Is the name of the sound? Yeah.
Yeah,
but that shit's hard to say. But yeah.
So it's that, and then there's like two different names for it. So the Armenian people call it Artsakh, and then the other is like I can't remember what it's.
So here, well, let me relate these conversations. I know what you're talking about.
Okay, yeah, go ahead.
So we're talking about Armenia and System of a Down randomly together because System of a Down released like 2 new songs after like 15 years.
Yep.
Of, like,
long
no song.
fucking time, yeah.
Yep.
And music videos because of the recent conflict in Armenia, which is reignited since like the year I was born. So before Scrappy was alive.
It was like early
you were, like,
90s, right?
Oh,
yeah.
98.
I was
Yeah.
92.
92. I think it's since 93 or 94
Right.
was the last time that it got this bad.
So it's been in a stalemate. So this country, Azerbaijan, claims this land and it's internationally recognized, but it's filled with people that are like, I'm Armenian, like 95%.
95%, and governed by the Armenian.
Basically, through a proxy state.
Right.
So basically, there's like a proxy other government that this government lets exist that is a vassal of. So it's basically they run it inside another country.
Right.
That's effectively what is happening. Like at the end of the day, that's the point of it.
Mm-hmm.
So, and war has reignited there, and Russia and other countries are involved with backing different things because that's how wars happen now. They don't happen in the big countries. All the other countries are chess pieces, basically.
Basically, yeah.
So that's why they're always just trying to get. We're like secretly trying to destabilize them. So like, let us use you for war. Come on, like you know what I mean? Like it won't be that bad.
We're
like,
bored. Come on,
we'll give you
let's do
some money.
Right.
Like,
That
but,
guy's got oil. Steal it from him.
That's crazy because Russia is funding both countries.
Right. They're giving them. Well, everybody buys their guns from Russia.
Yeah.
If they can't buy them from the U.S., you know what I mean?
Right.
Or Israel. But anyways, so System of a Down. Everybody in System of a Down is Armenian. Obviously, you know what System of a Down is. We're just talking about them. So they've always been talking about the Armenian genocide. That's kind of like, if you're Armenian, that's the hottest issue because the U.S. has never even recognized it as a genocide because Turkey doesn't. And that's because Turkey did it when they had a different name.
The
So,
Ottoman
like,
Empire.
Right. Like they broke up and made a new band. Guy and fucking
Under new
Turkey.
management. But the same
Stupid ass
management.
name.
Right.
New label, everything.
Yeah, everybody. When you're a kid, you're like, "Why is that? Why is it turkey?"
Who
Like,
goes to the barbecue spot and says, "Let me get some turkey"?
Bro, you can't have your shit named after
No,
food, bro.
no one.
Because when I was a kid, I remember the first time I realized making people laugh was funny. I wasn't even trying to be funny in kindergarten because our teaching us the days of the week, and I said, "If there's Friday, why isn't there Burger Day?" Like riddle me that. I thought that was a real good like why everybody died.
A good gotcha moment.
Banger right there. Banger.
That's the kind of shit that does
So,
numbers
you
on
can't
Twitter.
make shit. Bro, what if I was like, bro, I just established my new country, and I'm like, you're like trying to take me seriously, and it's like, it's called cheese. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
It's called cheese.
you can't do that.
Oh shit!
I'm fucking done, bro.
Take me seriously.
You can't even Google it. Like,
Right. Especially right now, you can't Google turkey.
yeah.
We're going into Thanksgiving.
That's fucking
Oh
crazy.
shit, that's real. I didn't even think of that. Yeah. So no, yeah, they're trash, bro. So anyways, so System of a Down released some songs about this now because this shit's happening, and what I was saying is interesting, and I'm like, first off, I'm not trying to find fault in anything. I actually completely I think the way the conflict is going and the way you look at it and previous aggression for the Azerbaijani government, like, yeah, I think the major concern would be ethnic cleansing of the Armenian people, and I think the only thing stopping it from it is the very close spectacle and the very urgent want to get inside so they know it might be seen what happens. But I do think at the very minimum, it would probably be like even a refugee crisis. Like at the very minimum, what it becomes, you know what I mean? And it really would like, it would change like prices of resources and shit. So people who care about it, the U.S. might want to look into it for at least that if they can see some difference in it. But if anything, it only hurts Europe. But that
Right.
kind of hurts the U.S. Right?
Yeah.
But so, yeah, I think it's definitely aggression against the Armenian, which it's always been. I think it's historically what's never stopped happening.
Yeah.
From these people hurting these people, and so they made these music videos. The songs were good. As far as System of a Down goes, I mean, bro, you're never gonna make Toxicity again. Actually, they don't.
Yeah, like I was listening. I was like, this don't slap. This don't slap as before. You know, like I really was like that. But I was like, I could just be like a dude who's like so caught up in nostalgia. I didn't want to be caught up in that, but I kind of was, if I was being honest.
It's hard not to be.
They
caught up
defined
in
a
the
generation
nostalgia.
and really like inspired a lot of shit. But it's just like when Eminem makes music now. It's just
it's like it's not the same. It don't slap.
It's not new no more. So.
I wouldn't go that far.
I think Serge Tankian can make new music. No, it was cool. It was cool. I thought it was dope that it was raising money. I thought it was interesting how nationalist it was. They had like video from the Armenian soldiers' point of view. But I gotta imagine what it's like.
I haven't seen the video yet. I listened to a song, but I haven't seen the video.
They're literally like in the trenches, like Armenian soldiers, where they're like loading missiles and shit.
Oh, really?
And like showing it from the soldiers' point of view. Like very much. And the song is about like fighting for the land. We're just trying to, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's very much like fucking like, I bet you they're playing that shit down there. Like,
without
while
a
they're
doubt.
trying to kill people. Like, you know what I mean? They're in a fucking conflict. They're shelling each other and shit like that right now. They're trying to kill each other. So, fucking, I don't know. They're so anti-nationalistic about the U.S. And for them to see it that way, it was interesting because I tried to think of it from their point of view because I'm always immediately kind of turned off by something like that.
Yeah.
Personally. But that's because I see it from an American perspective. Mine is the dickhead one always. Like, you know what I mean? Basically, I mean, since World War II. So, since I've been alive, for sure, like, it's U.S. aggression somehow. You could maybe not say that about the Gulf War, but that's about it.
Yeah.
But so, anyways, to see something from like trying to make me feel for the side of like a government sanctioned fighting, you know what I mean?
I feel like it comes more from because it's different being from the United States, especially because, you know, we're already the world superpower. We can't ever imagine a scenario where we're going to be like, oh, we're the ones being oppressed and we're being the other person is being the aggressor. I think for them, and the way I'd see it from their perspective is, you know, they're a small country. They don't have nearly as many resources as Azerbaijan plus Turkey on top of that. The way they're seeing it is these are my people. It's not about the government per se. It's more about like the people that live there and these people being killed. And what honestly seems like it's
having such a persecuted history, you know?
Yeah, exactly. Their history is literally
that's like your identity.
They're millions of people.
Trying to tell people that like they killed us.
Their people, their people were almost exterminated.
Right.
You know, so
there
like
was 1.5 million, and at the end there was 500,000.
What the?
Or no, I'm sorry. There was 2 million.
Yeah.
1.5 million died. That's how much they reduced the population.
Yeah, it's nuts. Yeah, 1914. If you've never seen the movie, definitely check that out. That like I don't cry during movies, but that shit made me cry, dude.
I wanted to ask
like
you,
heavy sobbing.
I hope it's okay to ask you. Being Pakistani, so you have and you're pretty like you're only one generation. You know what I mean? And Pakistan has a history kind of like this with India in a way, like a dynamic over land and people. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And like if that were happening right now, like that conflict became huge, and like maybe your country were like in the Armenian position. I mean, wouldn't it seem like you would be the Armenia in that?
Between Pakistan and India?
Yeah.
What's actually funny, there's like history between Pakistan and Armenia too, which I just remembered, yeah. And I wasn't even aware of it until one of my Armenian friends pointed it out. But it's hard to look at it from that perspective because you kind of almost look at it as they're fighting from equal grounds, and it's less. I don't know, because I don't see it the same way personally, just because I don't see like the cities that my families were living in weren't being bombed, and my family members weren't being bombed. Actually, like my family was actually persecuted by the Pakistani government. So like I have no fucking love for that government at all.
Really?
Yeah. So it's like it's hard for me to look at it from that perspective just because it's kind of a different scenario. But even if you look at it from the perspective of like a similar situation between the two, it's hard to, just because the balance of resources, correct me if I'm wrong, it doesn't seem like the balance of resources are just that heavily swayed in one direction.
Yeah, I feel like India and Pakistan is definitely like a stalemate. No one can say the other one's no bitch. Like, you know what I mean? Like, they don't want that to pop off.
Right.
Low-key, I think both of them are just like, let's just leave that alone because India's dealing with shit from China right now.
Right,
so they don't want anything to do with it. And Pakistan's got problems on the other side of it with, I know those other countries are next. I can't even remember what they call right now. But they got shit going crazy over there and they don't know.
Yeah.
They're trying to be, a problem with all these countries is they're always trying to be little leaders of shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like Pakistan, low-key wants to be like Pakistan, and Pakistan wants to be Iran, and fucking Turkey wants to be Saudi Arabia.
Mm-hmm.
That's like what that's totally basically the dynamic, because they're basically like one's Pepsi and one's Coke,
Right.
and like they try to get all the other little ones like we should all unite behind me, and that's what always it always ends up.
They're
boiling
vying
down
for
to.
power like that. Yeah.
That's the thing with all this, bro. If people say so all the time, I think I hear like my little brother was saying is like I'm afraid that like in like 5 to 10 years it'd be like war with China, and I'm like I don't think before it would ever reach us it would be totally like some proxy thing, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it seems like that's how wars are fought nowadays, at least between
They're all like
superpowers.
civil wars and within countries and shit.
Yeah, and one side's funding one side, the other side's funding the other.
Do you guys still feel like we might have a civil war? Because like a lot of people are saying that, like, oh,
In
Trump
the
won.
United States?
Yeah.
I thought that, and then when he lost, bro, it just no one cares.
Yeah, like
No one's listening. No one's gonna listen to him. That's the thing. Is like everyone's like we don't have to listen to you.
I don't
Yeah.
think there's going to be a civil war. I don't think there's going to be like a violent, like, like the actual Civil War was.
Yeah.
But I think like ideologically we're split.
I
No,
was
for
afraid
just
when
the same
Google said
way.
Biden won that I would start getting news alerts that like they set the Capitol down there in Phoenix on fire. And there's
Yeah.
like 400 guys there, and they're like,
Yeah.
and you know what I mean, like just random little shit, and maybe some crazy shit happens.
They're already talking about fucking. But I mean, this is the conservatives fucking. War porn. They imagine scenarios where like, oh, the lefties
Yeah.
are gonna attack.
Yeah,
but we have all the guns, so I'm gonna shoot and kill everyone.
I've seen so
Yeah.
many videos that are like, if Biden wins, we're ready and shit
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah.
And it's like, no, you ain't
They're not
doing
gonna do shit.
Yeah.
They fantasize about that kind of shit. They're never gonna do shit.
right.
And like all those, I remember seeing too, like people posting about, like, I've been hearing posts about like, right wingers, Proud Boys, they're gonna go around and try to shoot minorities or whatever the fuck. I haven't seen any of that,
No, they're
No,
not.
yeah,
Not
I don't
that I
know.
don't
I don't know
want
if
to.
I
Now that
put
Trump's gone, they're not emboldened.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
right. They're
It actually
standing
was more
down still.
dangerous if he won. It was more dangerous
Yeah.
if he
Yeah,
won. They'd be like,
true.
Trump country bitch, and they shoot
Yeah.
somebody. You know what I mean? That's
It's
actually what
different, yeah.
usually happened. Now that he fucking lost, and they're like, bro, he lost by like 5 million votes, and by the same or slightly larger margins that he beat Hillary. So you really can't say shit, no matter what he
They're
says.
not looking at it like that. They're just waiting for the court cases to go through, and then their
They've all
fucking
been
president
slammed.
is
None of them are
back.
gonna
Yeah,
change any-
none of that's gonna happen. But that's the delusion right now.
Here's my viewpoint. I want to know if anybody. I don't think you guys do. Like, if anybody thinks anything's crazy, there would be riots if they throw out a single fucking vote. And I don't even want to tarnish it with saying that's a real vote, because all those votes were fucking real votes. Everybody knows they were fucking votes.
You think they were
lost
real
by-
votes?
Yeah,
Yeah?
100%. I think every single one of those votes was real,
Yeah.
and no more were fake than any other like time that like. Yeah, I'm not even.
Yeah. I
But-
mean, for me, like, honestly, like, I do actually think like some of the votes for Joe Biden might
I
have
know
been fake,
people that
but
are-
also for Trump as well. Like,
I know people that are felons that vote every time, for instance.
Yeah.
And I've never heard like they found out their vote got taken out or they were arrested.
Isn't
I don't
there
think
some-
that's, but I don't think that's any different. You know what I mean? So like I don't think that like in them saying there's like all these allegations of voter fraud, they're like trying to say like, no, bro, all the votes that you told all your people don't vote in the mail, it's not safe.
Yeah, he fucked himself doing that
Right.
shit.
Yeah.
And then their people told him, do all this shit, and then everybody tried to do their fucking votes right, and they keep trying to make all these different. They made the Sharpies.
The Sharpies, yeah.
Yeah, all these different fucking things to try to make it, and it's like, look, presidential elections have been this close before. Like people don't like look back at previous ones. If you look back, you see Obama won the fuck out of his elections.
Right.
Like, got crazy numbers compared to the other people. But if you look at like what he did, completely like makes sense. Like everything checks out. There's no double fucking ballots. There's no thing. They had people there watching. Do the recounts. No recount has ever resulted in a vote change of more than like 800 votes.
Yeah,
You're not
I
gonna
think
find
there was
20,000.
it was either Georgia or Pennsylvania. They did like a recount and found there was an issue with the ballots,
And it made more
but it was like 10,000 more for
Yeah,
Biden.
in Georgia they said there was a clerical error, but it was like right.
Clerical error, yeah.
They put out some votes, and it was like a couple minutes later they came out. Like so, it wasn't even like, oh, we went back and found all this shit.
Right.
It was like some shit they would have done just putting them up normally, and they said, and then it made it more for Biden.
Yeah.
But so he's trying to say like so you're saying in 3 different states they're gonna go back and find out there is a huge fuck up and you got 20,000 more votes.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like none of these you won by like you're saying a hair, but as it's going, it's like a little less. Georgia's kind of close. Georgia's close enough. You recount it. You're not gonna find 4,000 more votes. Remember, by now it's like 8 or 9,000. I think it's almost 10.
Damn.
Is it 10 in Georgia?
Let me pull it up.
Shit.
Let's pull up the election results and just get the most up to date because they've been still counting.
Yeah, they're still in the process. I think it's just that Trump's path to victory had basically closed at this point.
Mm-hmm. Nevada was just getting wider and wider and wider.
For Joe Biden?
Yeah.
Damn.
And they wouldn't call it. Yeah.
What's they fucking taking them so long though? You know?
Bro,
Georgia,
I don't...
he's winning by... Oh, it's 12,000 votes now, bro. He recounted.
In Georgia?
Yeah, it's 0.02%, so or 0.2% difference. Biden winning. So it's like recount it, fine.
Yeah, whatever makes you fucking happy.
It's not gonna make him happy, but
Oh yeah, without yeah.
yeah. But
it's-
I don't know. That shit's crazy.
Yeah, this is fucking. I mean, it has been.
I was scared Arizona was gonna flip back.
Yeah,
That was actually what I was
I
most
was like,
worried
it's not
about.
gonna make him win, but it would gonna be like, man, I wanted us to be blue.
I would have been so happy because I talked shit about Arizona a little bit prematurely. I'm not gonna lie. So I would have been like, I gotta delete all my shit now.
Yeah.
What you're
but
saying we're never gonna
with
flip
Mark
blue.
Kelly, no. I was like, I never thought that as long as I lived here that we would flip blue. I never. So when I woke up and saw,
too, not this time actually. I thought it was
I've
gonna
always thought it ever since I've been out here because it always seems
it's
like
so
it's-
hard to conceptualize for
Because
me
I
just
feel like
because of how much shit I see.
I mean, now that
Right.
we're getting older, like the younger generation with with our.
But the problem is, like, our
What
younger
age are you when you
generation
moved
is
here, though?
pretty conservative too. I
You
was
think
like
so?
17.
See, that's what I'm saying. I've been here since I was like as long as I can remember. So just in a little bit longer, Arizona's gone through like growth spurts. Because when I was younger, and Scrappy probably remembers this,
So
there wasn't as much in all of Arizona, both out here and in like where we live in Yuma.
Yeah.
Yuma's completely different than it was when you were a little kid, right?
oh hell yeah.
Right? It's a complete. There's all sorts of shit, and there was nothing there.
Yeah.
And out here, when I was a kid, like this is I don't know if this sounds fun. Mesa, all of Mesa was really nice.
Really?
Yeah, all of Mesa was really nice. Like right here where it's trash now, it was a nice. It was like what Chandler basically is now.
Damn.
Like, yeah, no, it was completely different. And Chandler and Gilbert were more like they seem separate. You had to like kind of drive
Now
to
it's
them.
Chandler Gilbert. Yeah.
Yeah, now it's all right. It's all kind of become like I don't know. It's definitely one of the fastest growing places, and the thing is, it's got a huge influx. But here's why I went blue. First off, McSally she's like a Hillary for the Republicans.
Yeah.
She sucks ass.
She didn't even get voted in.
No,
She got
never
appointed.
voted.
Yeah.
Damn.
She fucking sucks. Did you ever see any of her debates with Mark Kelly?
No.
Mark Kelly is the most respected to me moderate Democrat just because he won our state. And you know what? He's a class act. He's married to Gabby Giffords. who
He's
got
a
shot in the
fucking. He's a fucking astronaut.
He was an
dude.
astronaut. He's kind of like John McCain of Republicans to me, bro. Like, I'll give Republicans John McCain. Like, because now that I see our elections, looking back, Obama versus McCain, like, I wasn't old enough to vote in that one, but I would have voted for Obama. But I wouldn't have been like, no, if McCain won. It was like, he would have been like a regular president. He would have been better than George Bush. You know what I mean? Like,
Yup.
or even Reagan. John McCain was pretty level-headed.
He
Like,
was.
a lot of Republicans hated him for it.
I think because he did a lot
John
of
McCain
shit
would've been
during.
BLM.
He would have. Yeah, I could see that. I could see that. I could see that.
100% would've.
He did a lot of shit that the Republican base did not agree with during Obama's presidency because for the interest of fairness.
Right.
So I can respect
And
McCain.
And that's why Mark Kelly came in. He's trying to be like, I'm basically McCain. That's
Yeah.
basically what he's trying to sell. And because he's like, oh, I was an astronaut, married to Gabby Giffords. And he came and he flipped her state blue. And he just like, McSally just wants to be like Trump and wants Trump to like her so bad.
Oh,
and
man.
she's up there trying to, he's counterfeit Kelly. And, and he's funded by, she's up there, he's funded by secret anti-gun hyper-liberal.
Oh, like the
And then-
Chinese
Is he
and
anti-gun
this and
now?
that.
No, not
No,
like
okay.
that's why he can't be anti-gun and be went out here, bro.
No.
He's so modern. They'll try to say he is, but he's so common sense. He's like background checks, like you know what I mean?
Honestly, that's all I'm worried about. That's it.
Yeah, most
That's
people
all I'm
want
fucking
that.
worried
Even
about.
people
Yeah.
that have guns.
I
It's
agree.
actually most popular.
Yeah.
Like,
oh,
so-
totally. People that own guns, the reasonable ones, are more than willing to be like, yeah, as long as I get to keep my guns, totally fair to have like more regulation
Right,
behind
yeah.
like purchasing of guns.
Right, 100%.
Most of the people that you ask will tell
And
you that.
You know who Gabby Giffords is, right? You all know who Gabby Giffords is?
Mhm. She got shot in the head,
Yeah,
right?
she got shot in the head.
Oh,
was-
yeah. Never mind, yeah.
Yeah, in Tucson, and she used to be a representative, right?
I think so.
So
Yeah.
she was a representative. She wasn't a senator.
Yeah.
I think for Tucson, she got shot in the head in Tucson. She's still alive. She's married to him. He runs. And fucking when she comes up there and says this shit, saying he's funded by these things, and he's like, "What's?" And she's the moderator stopped, and he's like, "You're saying like secret evil, and it sounds like it's basically." Kelly, do you want to respond and say? She's like, "Yeah, the society that she's talking about is called Giffords. It's my wife's name. She got shot in the head. And we want common sense gun reform." Like she didn't say that.
Oh, okay.
But when he was,
like,
but it
damn.
was with that force. He said it politically correctly and made her look like a dumbass. Like he just seems so measured.
I need to
and
go
calm.
back and watch him.
Yeah, no, Kelly's cool, and he came out and he definitely helped Biden flip the state.
Mm-hmm.
Weed
for
helped
sure.
Biden flip the state.
For sure.
Weed passed overwhelmingly.
Again, progressive policies.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, dude, people went out to vote for weed, and then in the meantime, they're like, "Oh, Joe Biden."
Another thing, we talk about like not people like getting rid of the electoral college, which there actually is a path to people that people say it never could happen. There's a bunch of states that have agreed to put all their votes to the
A
popular
ranked
vote.
choice or something.
Yeah, and if enough states agree to it, it doesn't need to be all. It's like just like enough to make it so theirs would always be a majority. Then it has to be what happens. So there's actually a really strong path to doing that for people to push that. Our states accepted it.
Really?
Yeah, Arizona said, yeah, we'll put it to the popular vote.
No
Because
shit.
most people support ideas. Like, they should put more ideas on the ballot. That's what I was going to drive
Yeah.
to.
Yeah.
Instead of people. If you said, hey, Medicare for all, fuck people.
Yeah.
Let's get this out of the way. Who wants
Yeah.
it? It would win. I guarantee you it would win. And it would win pretty fucking strong.
That's a good point. That's a really good point. People are more. That's what people
they
want to
said
vote
that
for.
for
They
college, they would do it.
because everyone will tell you is like when they go out to vote, they're voting for the lesser of two evils. If they had the opportunity to vote for each idea separately, I could totally see that.
Yeah.
Because most of the shit makes sense. People care about what makes sense to them.
Yeah.
And at least Joe Biden did a good... Trump, this campaign, why he didn't win, he didn't talk about that. He was like, Antifa.
Yeah, he was just like,
No one
fake
cares.
news. He was just
People
attacking.
were like, when's the
everyone.
next stimulus, bro? That's
bro,
what people care
facts.
about. That's what people need
Dude.
right now.
You think
When
we're getting
fucking
Why
they
is the COVID
spent
going up
they
and you're saying
spent
no
3
mask?
days getting what's her name into Supreme Court, and then after that, I was like, all right, we'll
Yeah.
be back after the election to talk about the
And that's
stimulus.
stupid because Trump was like, "Oh, you will get another stimulus if I'm elected again." Like, bro, we need it now. Like, don't say that
Right.
shit. you
Yeah.
know?
Do you think
He
he's
could've won
gonna?
maybe if he would have done that. If he would have said right before
His
the election,
dumbass should have gotten that shit done,
if
dude.
would've said,
That would have
I'm
been.
keeping Congress in Congress with this presidential power, and they're passing something big for the people. Double stimmy, 2,400.
Yeah,
if he
double
would've done that, I would have been
Double
like, bro, there would have probably been some like progressive article, like a progressive article for Trump. He actually, even though he says that, people like,
Yeah.
like, and I'd have been, bro, if he would have done that, he'd have been like, more if I win. 5. Bro, he could have won.
I'd have been
Yeah,
like, maybe
Even
I
if
won't
he
go
said
out to
one
vote.
more, I'd have been like, bro, Biden's not that progressive. I need 2,400 now.
My vote's going to the highest bidder.
But he didn't do it. Because he fucking sucks.
Biden didn't win. Trump lost. Biden didn't win. Trump lost.
Yeah, that's it. That's facts. God
It's
damn.
still depressing that he lost by just so narrowly.
I know it was fucking nerve wracking.
Because the progressives keep trying to win. They wanted to win over Trump voters. That was the whole thing, but they didn't actually.
They should.
They-
got
yeah.
more. But you know what happened is so many people that were black, Latino, LGBT, and there are smaller margins of voters, yes, but they actually make up all of them vote for fucking Biden.
There's so many states that
Like-
they're the reason why Biden won.
Out here it was because
Yeah.
of Native
Yeah.
American people.
Native American, yep.
You know what I mean? And with the
They
stupid ass
came out
electoral
in
college
records.
system, it fucking matters because a little bit can tip a state where you get all the votes. The
Yeah.
system's stupid, but we need to use it to our advantage like they do.
Yeah,
Yep.
exactly. No, you got to play the game if that's the game.
They should try. If you look at the maps, I was showing you guys how all the Democratic votes are around cities. So I was like, look, all these cities are still counting where the counties are counted up.
Yeah.
So all we are going to do is run it up. So it's just how high can we go?
Right.
If you even look at like Montana, when they first started counting Montana, there's so many counties it was longer to count. So they counted all the votes in Missoula, which is the one. It's not even a big city. It's like a baby Tucson. You know what I
Okay.
mean?
Uh-huh.
Up there, right? It's Democratic. So Montana was like, well, what if we flip Montana and get the 3? And we didn't. You know what I mean? Because all the
That was never going to happen. Yeah.
What if Missoula, which is experiencing huge economic growth, were invested in by Democrats? You know what I mean? But somehow you could flip a state. They're gerrymandering and doing bullshit too, and doing filibusters and shit. Why don't we do the same shit? Because and get our way, because they always do shit, and whenever we do anything, they make the argument. We can make the same argument back that they're not being fair players, and then when we move to them, they always move the fucking thing back.
The goalpost. Yep.
Yeah, so it's got to come from like the demo. I think they do it because that way they don't want to go more left, because then they'll actually have to deliver shit.
Oh
You know
yeah.
what I mean?
Oh yeah. They're exactly where they need to be.
Y'all ready?
Sorry.
Ready for what? Wrap it up? You guys want?
Oh shit!
Yeah.
No, I'm sorry. I'm getting
yeah.
like 90 texts, and I'm like, "What the fuck's
Okay,
going
I'm
on?" It's just
Popping all of a
Discord.
sudden?
Yeah.
I did think we were gonna.
Wait,
win
how long
Florida.
have we been here?
We've
An hour
been
and 20 minutes. It's not that bad.
yeah, an hour
Hour
20 minutes.
Oh
That
shit! I was
we
gonna
go-
say that shit flew by.
Yeah, we
No,
This
I was
shit's fun,
actually
man.
enjoying what
I
we're
should
talking
come by it soon.
We gotta
more
come
often.
back and do what were we talking about? We could do like philosophers and then we were talking about Marx and Nietzsche.
Yeah.
It's fun to
Yeah.
just do topics because you know what the best episode
I love
is the
just
hard
like
one,
riffing
aliens.
about shit.
that was the
Yeah.
funnest. Yeah, that was
And
fun.
then-
Oh
Those
man,
was
I
fun.
wish I was there for the aliens one.
You should have been there. Son.
Uh,
The light was
do a part 2. Let me know.
Yeah, we need
I'm
to
down.
get
I'll be
another
there.
mic. Might need to do
I
it.
got my like USB one, but obviously not as good
I
as
can
this
bring
one.
Oh, it's a condenser mic though. So.
It'd be better if we could. I mean, we got money in the.
Oh wait,
cushion
no,
account.
I got a dynamic mic. I got a sure fucking the typical ass like mic.
SM7B.
Yeah, that's what I want.
Yeah, that can work.
Yeah.
It sucks though. It sucks doing it for this. I've just done
Yeah.
it before, and it's like, oh, you gotta crank the fucking gain
Yeah.
and shit.
Mhm.
So we might have it in the cushion. It takes like $100 plus we gotta buy a cable.
Shit.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We'll look into it. But,
Shit.
Yeah, no, because okay, wait, what? We'll close off if you guys are ready, but
I guess.
I don't know. I'll let y'all run it. What are some other episodes we should do? I like this philosophers type. We've got to figure out what that is.
We should talk about meditation, honestly, because I,
I
felt
feel
like
like-
we
I feel
could
like
have.
we really could go
That
in
could have been a
depth.
good
What's up?
topic.
We should all like we can say it on our social media that we're meditating
Uh huh.
for a week straight, and then we gotta come back and talk about if we.
Should we do that for next episode?
Yeah, that
then?
way we have to do it because we're gonna have to do.
I'm with it.
On it.
I'm with
and
it.
then we all gotta hold each other to it.
Yeah.
Okay, wait. What's
For
the
1 week or
rules?
until the next episode.
Do we think can everybody do that?
I think I can do it for 2 weeks. Yeah.
I'm
I
gonna.
can do
I gotta force. I know I can do it. It's a matter of making myself do it.
I think I can do it though for sure. Cause like I'm already doing.
We gotta hold each other to it.
I'm with it.
I'm already like going to walks on parks or going on walks at the park like pretty much every morning.
Are we gonna do our own interpretation of how we meditate and talk about that shit too?
Should we agree on a method?
I don't
Or
think we should. I think we should do it in whatever method works best for us and talk
Yeah.
about
How do
why
we
it
measure
does.
it? Are we just going Scouts Honor? Should we have to maybe journal? Should we do something like? Maybe we should have to tweet. We have to tweet our
about-
meditation. We're gonna be like, hey,
I was
can
gonna
we
put on.
tweet-
I was gonna put on my story actually. I was gonna do
You can
that.
put it in your
Yeah, I
story,
have
too.
no
However,
no audience
But
on
we
Twitter.
should. But it doesn't matter. The tweet would just be for because we've been saying we're gonna use Twitter for this. Using tweets more for like almost like a public notepad.
Okay.
Like, you know what I mean? And then people that do follow you that will actually give them. People see your tweets.
Yeah.
You know what
Yeah,
I mean?
yeah.
Like,
I
if
get
you-
plenty of impressions.
So like I think doing that we could just be like, hey, and you can do anything else too, but like day 2 of meditation, and it's like 5 minutes. I don't think this shit's working. You know, whatever the fuck you
Yeah.
want to put. Like,
Okay.
like it doesn't have to be like this whole thing. Or if you do got an epiphany, like have you ever thought about how we don't think about our fucking fingers, but they still keep on fingering? What?
They keep
I'm fucking down for this actually because like I feel like I will actually tweet some like really crazy shit that goes through my head all the fucking which it always does. Like I just never really.
And we should. Okay, we're gonna all tweet out like, all right, for the next episode of Muy Chingón, we're all meditating for a week. I'm gonna meditate like this.
Okay. Oh, okay. Okay.
I'm gonna do Vipassana meditation.
I don't know what
That
that
means
is.
I'm just gonna sit there and watch my breath.
Okay.
That's how I've
I
always
think
done it.
I think I'll just probably do that too. I don't know, or just
If you just look up on like YouTube, most ways to it's either people are either going to teach you a body scan or doing that. You can also do guided meditations. Also I might do a guided meditation every once in a while, but that's literally like an audiobook or something. You just close your eyes and listen to it.
Oh,
And
okay.
You can start with those, or even just do. There's nothing wrong with it. Like if they're good meditations, you know, you should probably listen to the same ones more than once.
Right.
But most people teach you either a body scan, so like just starting with the area of your body and like moving. Most people stop at the top of the head and just trying to feel sensations and always bring yourself back to trying to do that through your whole body.
Mm-hmm.
And then the other one is watching your breath usually, which is just like close your eyes and making your breath the focus.
That's what I usually do.
Yeah.
That's the
what most
method.
people do.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's like the most classically trained, like most people from what I know, I've never fucking been there. In the eastern part of the world do it that way. So it's like tried and true. You know what I've talked to you about before? If we ever get on, you know, I've talked about like what would you do when you get all that money? One thing I do, I will buy everybody you don't have to do it, but if you want to, because I'm gonna do it, I would go to that fucking.
Oh
meditation
yeah,
school
I
that
remember
the
you
Beatles
telling me
did.
about that.
A
Yeah,
bunch of famous people have done it, so I'm just like, I want to do it.
All right.
They all say
that'd be
it
kind of
works.
dope.
Jerry
Yeah.
Seinfeld says to do it. I think Chris Rock does. The guy that played Wolverine, like all sorts of like famous people have done it. What is it called? Transcendental meditation. TM.
That's the one,
Rick
yeah.
Rubin.
Did you say Jay-Z did it?
I think I think P Diddy did it or something.
P Diddy. Okay.
But basically, it's just like this. The Beatles did it, and then they started a business. A lot of people that meditate are like, it's the same shit. You don't need to go there. They're just charging money into something you can learn for free on the internet or from another
Sure.
way.
Uh-huh.
But it's got the most famous people that have done it, and you can get it free if you like can like prove like you're on government assistance. I think, or if you're like a student. Or some shit.
Interesting.
That's
Uh-huh.
dope.
Yeah, so but it's expensive. They charge you more if you make more. Like it says, if you make over $250,000, it's like $10,000.
That's interesting. So they charge by means, basically.
Yes, they do. And so you go there, and they give you a teacher, and there might be other people, but you get like one-on-one with them, and you got to like report back to them, and you have to they teach you a meditation just for you.
Oh,
That you're supposed to
real.
keep secret. No
Yeah.
one that does it ever tells it. No, they can't tell you what they do.
it's your own meditation method.
But I can say it's a word. They give you like a sound, like it might be om, but it might not be. It might be like ah lulu or some shit.
Right.
But you're not supposed to say it. You're supposed to think it. That's how they do it. And I can see how that. All meditation has to be as a focus.
Yeah.
Right. So that's what they teach you some shit like that. But you got to go back, and then you'll tell them like they make you like journal on it and shit. And then you go back and like tell them each time. Or I think you talk to them every day, even, and they'll coach you for the rest of your life afterwards. That's part of why they cost.
Oh, that's dope.
They say like if you ever want, you can always get a call from them. But the
It's
person,
still like a one-time fee or
yeah, but I think they advertise it. Let me pull it up.
transcendental
It's like
meditation?
tm.com. I've looked at it many times.
What about astral projection? Y'all want to try that?
Yo, that'd be dope as fuck.
That would be dope.
That's
as fuck.
what I've seen some videos. This is the only thing that doesn't make me want to do it. Is everybody else I've seen, like all the famous people, are like, no, it doesn't do that. But I'm sure maybe this happens somewhere. I've seen videos where they're like, oh, they used to like take all these people in a room and make them sit on a carpet and make them think they're flying and shit like that by like meditation and like telling them,
shit.
you're flying right now. It's really happened. And they all believe it really happened.
It feels like it.
Okay,
You're right.
But everybody is like, no, nothing like that happens. I've seen. There's a guy named fuck, I can't remember his name, but on YouTube, he basically says everything that happens, and he says, I can't tell you what it is, but he was the one that says that's what they teach you. But he says like the first night you go, it's kind of, I don't remember ever which one's secular or non-secular, but it's kind of, he said it's kind of secular, and it almost seems a little religious, where they like have some like Hindu gods or some shit in there, and they make you like place this flower, and they talk a little bit about some shit about like maybe something that's other than Earth.
Mm-hmm.
And then after that, it's none of that, and it's all about meditating and making you like learn to do it. Everybody that does it twice a day. Everybody that
Oh shit! Uh-huh.
they say they meditate once in the morning. You know who does it? Ray Dalio, the most successful hedge funder in history.
Oh really?
Yeah, and he says he credits everything to doing TM.
Shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, when we get on, let me know.
Yeah,
I'm trying to do that shit.
I looked up an article right now. 9. It pulls up 9 types of meditation.
Oh, dope.
there's
Yeah,
some
send me
different
that.
shit you can do.
Yeah, well, I think I might try movement meditation because like I am an active dude and I find peace whenever I do intense workouts.
Mm-hmm.
Casual.
Yeah.
The most casual shit I've ever heard.
Filthy
of.
casual.
You know, but that's because like I've done sports
Course
and
fee.
all this
Look
other
at
shit.
they got Hugh Jackman right
Oh,
there
shit.
to tell you about the price.
It's Wolverine on there.
Oh, they charge you based on income, and they won't ask you for evidence.
Oh.
Okay. Receiving federal assistance, ask us about grant program. Less than $50K, $125 for 4 months. That's not that bad.
Wait, 125 per month or just
Per
you
month
get?
for 4 months.
That's not bad.
And then for 50 to 99, 185 for 4 months.
That's actually not that bad.
And if you're a student, 95 for 4 months. That's not bad at all.
And then you get their assistance for life after that.
Yeah, it says 4-session TM included daily personalized one-on-one instruction, day 1, day 2 to 4, small group training sessions, and then lifetime follow-up and support, lifetime benefits.
Interesting.
Pulling this up.
Might have to fuck around and try that.
I bet. Paste.
It's like a it's like, yeah, they basically just like after that they just like check in on you. The guy that did it, he says it's like It is a lot of money, but it is. I would say it's worth it. Like he's like, after I did it, he never skipped meditation again because you just realize the value of it.
Yeah. Yeah, it becomes. It's not even just a habit. It's about this is. I need to do this.
Right.
Or I want
realize
to
that
do this.
You like feel better. You're like, oh, I haven't meditated today. I'm feeling my mind's all over the place.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
And
once
it gets
do
you
for a
back out of that.
second, Yeah, I
Interesting.
feel like it's like your head's a dirty dish, and you just like at least rinsed it out really good because
Mm-hmm.
you can never get in there with the sponge and scrub out all the fucked up shit.
Right.
So, but you get some hot water and do swirl it around real good when you're really getting some good meditation in. That's what I feel like I do to my head.
All right. So
So-
meditation for the next episode.
Yeah. So what's the challenge again? We're gonna do it. Or was it 1 week, or are we going until like the next? For
You're
both
the one
2 weeks?
bouncing up to 2 weeks. I was down to do one.
We were down to do
Do
one.
you want to do 1 week or 2 weeks?
I mean, for my own
I'm game for whatever you guys
Fahad is
decide.
so fence master.
I know,
Nah,
right? It's
nah,
great. Let's do it for 1 week.
for 1 week, all right. I mean,
Let's do it for 1
I'm
week.
gonna be overachieving and do 2 weeks because I'm already like doing stuff. Like I'm already.
Alright, I'll try. I'm gonna try
Let's
to
do
do
this.
it too.
Let's do this.
What's up?
Let's do this. How about we do it for 1 week? We check in with each other instead of doing the daily checkup, and then I think it'd be cool to start it for 2 weeks. Do it another 2 weeks. I know I just
We better
flip
not
flop.
give up in this first week.
I
We
think
don't
we
know
need
the
to. Yeah, I think we.
Okay, but starting this week or like the week
Start
after?
probably tomorrow. Start tomorrow.
Probably start
I'm down to
tomorrow?
try
Alright. 'Cause
tomorrow.
I'm already getting to the habit of waking up at 6 a.m. now. Like it's
All
actually.
right, we'll make that group chat meditation chat.
Okay,
All right, we'll just
Okay.
change the name. We're already in a group chat.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Okay, bet.
there you go.
Just go in there and change
There you
it
go.
to meditation.
If there's any viewers, if you guys want to join in on it,
Yes,
let
sir.
us know your
Actually,
progress.
I'm gonna clip this out and I'm share it
Yeah.
to you guys.
Yeah.
This is definitely this is
Yeah.
the clip.
Yeah, y'all heard that? We're gonna do a meditation challenge for 1 week. How many minutes too? 20 minutes? An hour? 30 minutes?
I feel like we should dictate that to ourselves. That should be a part of what our
about
own
10?
meditation.
10 minutes? You want
You
to do
think
10
so?
minutes?
Honestly, when I usually do 5. So I'm like, no, 10 it'll be a good challenge for me. And it's like, here's the thing. Here's what I'll be doing with it. I was like, I don't really have time. And I was like, bro, I spent 10 minutes fucking off.
Yeah.
Like, just make your stuff. It's all about stopping and doing
Okay.
it. Once you do it, it's not that hard.
So it's like legit. We have to do 10
10
minutes.
10 will be
Okay.
good for you.
Okay.
10 will be beneficial. We'll feel it at 10.
Okay.
That's fine.
It's almost like a
Okay.
drug.
So
It's almost like a drug.
the challenge is 1 week, 10 minutes of meditation per day. And we're just going to see how it affects us. We're going to journal it. And we'll just see on the next
what
episode.
we should do
What's up?
if we're being legit,
What's
because
up?
this could be a video that gets a bunch of views. We could do both these live streams, do everything that we're saying, and we should also maybe not do it every day, but at least all of us do 1 or 2 like video journals at a certain point,
Yeah.
and make a video on
That
like,
might be
does
kinda cool.
meditation work?
Yeah.
And it's
Oh,
like,
yeah.
our
I'd
experiment.
I'd be with that. I'd be
We
with
just gotta
that.
And we all like upload our like separate.
But we just got to get together at 1.2 to also make a thumbnail,
Okay.
like a good thumbnail with all of us in it.
Yeah.
Like, we got to figure out what that is.
Okay.
And then we do the video. Yeah, we just also do some of those videos so we can combine it later into one video. We'll also clip it.
What do you guys
that.
do on Wednesday?
Game stream.
Oh,
game
yeah.
stream. Hey, you guys want to play Phasmophobia?
Hell yeah.
Fuck, it's because I was going to tell you guys, like, so Wednesday's my birthday.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, and I was actually.
We could suspend the game stream 1 week. and
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm
I mean, like,
fucking
I was
down
gonna
with
say,
that.
like, because actually my plan was to go to fucking Grand Canyon. I was gonna literally just. I told my work, I was like, hey, bro,
shit.
like, I'm not even gonna be on my phone. I'm gonna be gone the whole day.
I gotta see if I can get it off, but I'm down to try to get it off.
I don't have any days off left. Were you gonna go on Wednesday?
Yeah,
Shit.
I should have planned with you guys, but like, I mean, this is spontaneous too. Like, I actually literally thought about this today.
If we can't go, I mean, we can also try to do a game stream. But,
Yeah,
Vincent?
I do want to go to the Grand Canyon.
I mean, I was
with you
gonna
guys at
leave in
some
the
point,
morning too. I
though.
was gonna leave like around 8.
Oh, so I'd have to get the whole day. Shit.
Yeah, I can't. I don't have any more. Like, I'm
Yeah.
out of sick days
I would
and I'm
love
out
to
of
go,
PTO too.
It's all good.
I
It's
could
all
actually
good.
use that
Shit.
walk.
Yeah.
Because I was like, yo, that would be dope. Picture like a Grand Canyon type picture, and then like
Yeah.
meditation type shit. Whatever the fuck.
Oh, that would have been sick. At the bottom, we could have sat on rocks.
Yeah.
Like,
Or what? Or how about the
put
weekend?
rocks on our heads.
We can do it over the weekend.
I might be down for the weekend. I might be down for the weekend.
Because no, I just like
What is next weekend when it's the 15th?
next one is the 15th. Yeah.
If it's the 15th.
Yeah, or
I'll be
this
off.
weekend's the
If we
15th,
go
yeah.
On Sunday, I'll be off. Is it like a day trip?
Yeah, it was just a day trip. I was gonna come right
If
back.
it's a day trip, yeah. Let me just make sure. I don't think I have anything going on Sunday,
I
but
could see. I mean, it would have to be on Fanny, but she might want to go. I mean, that actually kind of sounds fun. You
Yeah.
know what I mean?
So I think it's
Get
snowing
away.
right now too, and I'm like,
yeah, that'd be a dope getaway.
yeah, we've done the Grand Canyon before. She likes doing it.
and I think
Maybe
it's
see if we
snowing
can-
over there in Flagstaff right
I wonder
now.
if we could
So.
bring
Oh,
the
yeah.
dog, man. She's an old dog. I'm worried about her.
You worried?
I would like. You think she'd be fine though, huh? She's
She's
like
energetic as
incredible.
fuck. So like, I don't know,
We
dude.
can carry on our back. if
Yeah.
it
Yeah,
gets
I've carried
bad.
her before. It gets tiring though. I had to carry when we were walking back the other day. She like hurt herself somehow. I thought she stepped in something. And then I checked her paw. There was nothing there. And then I was like, man, did she sprain it or something? She just walked like normal. And then she was walking in rocks, so I thought she like stepped in like a thorn. So then we start walking again. She's walking normal, and then she starts kind of fucking with it and starts licking it. So I carried her home, and I walked like around this corner in here. So like I don't even know how long that is. It's not that far. My back from fucking like holding all that weight was getting so. I was
You
like,
got to put her over your shoulders.
Right. Probably should have done that. That's true.
Yeah.
She's too wriggly though.
True.
Bet.
I like having her in a position where she can't jump away if she sees like a dog or some shit.
Right. Yeah. No, that makes sense.
Okay. So just recap again. 1 week, 10 minutes. We're gonna journal it as well, or
No.
do like a vlog.
Okay. So this is not part of the challenge, but we should all talk
It's
about
encouraged.
it. Maybe we should all try doing it on the same day. Like we'll do like day 3 and day 7 or some shit like
Okay.
that. Maybe
Okay.
day 1, day 4, day 7.
Day 1, day 4, day 7.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And we can just save it in your phone, just make a video, and we're like, hey, been doing the meditation thing for 3 days. Just say like how you're feeling about it, whatever you want to say about it. If it's hard, if you feel the benefits, if you are not sure if you're doing it right, like whatever the fuck it is,
Right.
Like say it, you know what I mean? And then at the end of it, we'll do our actual live stream, and maybe we can either use that video, or if we want to do a separate video, we'll like talk about what we did. You know, we need to edit together this video. I mean, we can maybe even just get some B-roll from the internet too, parts where like just explain meditation, like in our busy going world, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
And then, you know,
Credit them
We can
and all
we
that.
can talk
yeah.
this off camera for sure.
Okay.
Yeah, more in depth, but just to get
let's get off
general.
this because we want to talk about that other thing.
Bet. Yeah.
Ooh, the other thing.
Muy
The
Chingón.
December event.
Huh? Oh.
Yeah.
That other
The
thing.
event.
Yeah, the December event. That actually might cancel, but alright.
Oh,
Yeah, just because it's going on. But like, it is. So yeah, back to face camera, bitch. All right. So
Bitch.
what we're gonna do is we're gonna meditate for 1 week. We're gonna fucking meditate for 10 minutes, and we're gonna like kind of follow us on Twitter and shit like that, because we're gonna like post our like day 1 and how our days are going. So like follow me, Scrappy, Fob, 9K.
I think
Grip
that's
get
the
it.
one thing is. Yeah.
So yeah,
Follow
make
me.
sure. So yeah, make sure
On
you
the
guys
internet.
follow us, and just on this 1 week journey. I actually might go for 2 weeks, but yeah, follow us for this 1 week journey. We're gonna do like an update on the next episode of the podcast, and we'll see what happens. Alright. So
peace. I love you.
Yes, yeah. Peace out, y'all.
That's fun.
Yeah. Oh wait, no, stop streaming. No. Yeah, bitch. All right.
Yeah, baby.